St. Mary's Primary. They're off and running. This one should be keenly contested. Charles F. Broom, we saw this guy before, Liam Howard Niles. And again, pouring away early o'clock from the get-go, Liam Howard Niles. Got to remember that name. He's going to be one to watch. Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broom. Make a note of that name. So here we go. Just from the get-go, he powered away from the field. Yes, he blew them away from the get-go and on to the finish. Good looking lad there, Liam Howard Niles.
Very good run there.
Yes. So here we go, final section. Giovanni Bino of St. George Primary in 1. In lane 2, Dakai Whiteford of St. Margaret's. Tyrone Griffith of Sela Primary in 3. In lane number 4, Tegan Yard of Charles F. Broom. In lane 5, Nehemiah Brewster of Bay Primary. In lane number 6, Tajari Cornybert of Trinity Academy. And in lane number 7, Aaron Ramsey of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. So, false start there. Whiteford of St. Margaret's going before the gun. No penalty for these age groups. We know the track and field rule. One false start and you go home.
Yeah, boy.
Not for these younger ones. They have a chance or two. Well, this is two now for the same lad. Dakai Whiteford of St. Margaret's. Here he's being told, do not false start anymore, youngster.
Is it also there for the under 13s, Michael? Or is it only?
Yes, I think it's across the board.
Across the board, okay.
Yes. But, and that's why I keep saying that maybe we should look at doing that standing start for these, especially these age groups. The middle of the field, Tegan Yard of Charles F. Broom. Yard going all the way. So Yard will win it. And he was challenged by Brewster of Bay Primary, who finished up in second position. So well done to those lads in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone as we prepare for the final section coming up, which will be the Anton Norris under 9 boys. 3 sections there for you.
Yes, the Pediashore Anton Norris zone in lane number 1 from St. Joseph Primary, that's Kamari Sandyford. Lane 2 from Deacons Primary is Nakido Boxell, Deacons Primary. Lane 3 from Granny Prescott is Zari Brown Greenwich. Lane 4 from Welch's Primary, it is Kairos Lord St. Hill. And lane 5 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Japheth Lohman. Lane 6 from Reynolds Weeks Primary, Shakari Aline. And in lane number 7 from Arthur Smith Primary, Tariq Bino. 100 meters, under 9 boys. Oh, this is the first section. So the young man there from Grantley Prescott is a little anxious. That's Azari Brown Greenwich. And they're off to a clean start. The young man from Cuthbert Moore Primary got a really good start. He's getting some serious competition now from Welch's Primary, Kairos Lord St. Hill. And he's coming through. Now Kairos wins it. In second position, Shakari Aline of Reynolds Weeks Primary. So that's a very good run there by Kairos Lord St. Hill. Ran very, very well there to win the first of these 3-time finals. Let's look at the replay. Young man from Cuthbert Moore got a really good start, Japheth Lohman. But then powering his way through from Welch's Primary was Kairos Lord St. Hill. He came through and he won it convincingly in the end. In lane 1 came second. That was St. Joseph Primary's Kamari Sandyford. Now on to the second of these time finals. In lane 2 is Steele from Erdiston Special School. Lane 3 from Arthur Smith. The best. Lane 4 from all primary. Lane 5 Holden Joseph. Lane from Turnbull is Kamani Cyrus, and in lane 7 from Grandy Prescott, Amari Brown Greenwich, and they're off and running. And it's a good start. The Nico Hines of All Saints Primary, he's running hard. Coming through now on the inside from Erdiston Special School is a Johnny Steele. Very close. Hey, very, very close. It looks like a Johnny Steele of Erdiston Special School. He ran very well a little earlier, and he won his race then. And he came through, and it was very close between himself and Nico Hines. Let's take a look at the replay. And yes, we can see the pumping away was the Nico Hines from All Saints Primary. Let's see who would get up. Very close. It looks like from the young man from the Nico Hines may have just got home. But we're now going to move on to the final section here. The under 9 boys, 100 meters. Kevon Roach from All Saints Primary. In lane 2, lane 3 from Deacon's Primary, Jaden Bavell. Hillaby Turner's Hall, represented by Shaquan Thomas. In lane 5 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Nakari Stout Johnson. Lane 6 from Welch's Primary, Azari Welch. And in lane 7 from Reynolds Primary, Nathaniel Whitaker. And they're off and running. And it's a good, clean start. And the action seems to be coming from on the outside from Reynolds Primary, Nathaniel Whitaker. Nathaniel Whitaker should get home. He wins it now. Second in lane number 2 from All Saints Primary, Kevon Roach. And in third, we'll have to see how it finished there in third position, but there's no doubt about your winner. Michael Nathaniel Whitaker was very, very convincing there. They give him stride away, just stepping away from his field. He's going to win it. He wins it now, as that's the replay. Second was the young boy from All Saints, and third from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Shaquan Thomas.
Oh, yes. So that will end our series of 100 meters. Coming up will be the 200-meter series for the under 13 girls and boys, followed by the 150s. 200 meters, under 13s and under 11s. The under 9s will go 150. And then we get into our relays. So I think we're doing really well today.
Time.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot better than yesterday, that's for sure.
So we just need to get the engines revved up a bit. And once we do that, we'll be cooking. So these are the under 13 girls that we're seeing now. And we're going to start with the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. These girls will be chasing the Marcia Trotman zone record of 29.43 seconds. Taryn Brathwaite of Sela Primary, remember that name? Mm-hmm. She is the zone record holder. And you would recall, Neil, that last year we also had the movement from 5 zones to 8 zones.
Yes, yeah, that's really
so
icons.
Zone records we will get for the Marcia Trotman zone, the Frida Nichols zone, the
Andrea Blackhead,
Ryan Bratt. All the winners would have established new records. Yes. All the zone winners. So you'll see quite a number of 2023s there next to those records. So under 13 girls making their way forward, and I like what is being done here. So you can see all the girls are out. So we should have 6 200-meter races. 6 200-meter races going one behind the other. And we'll continue to give you this live coverage of the Chafette Frosties 2024 National Primary Schools Athletic Championships. So we'll begin with lane number 7, introducing the competitors in lane 7, representing Bay Primary, Shatanya Straker-Eiffel. In lane number 6, from Sela Primary, Skylar Brooms. In lane number 5, representing Beyond the Box Education, Nakem Otiji. In lane number 4, Maya Blagrove of St. James Primary. Lane number 3, Kamira Blackman of Trinity Academy. And in lane number 2, Ijarika Munkter of St. George Primary. Getting ready for the second section. In lane number 7, Raquela Holder Dixon of St. Margaret's. Lane 6, Kyla Holder of St. George. Lane 5, Kiara Bayer of Bay Primary. In lane 4, Kalia Edwards of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. Lane 3, Lillian Mandor of Charles F. Boom. Lane 5, of Trinity Academy, already a record holder in this zone. Yep. And Atira McAllister of St. Mary's Primary in lane 1. They're off and running. And there we see a good effort from Greenwich Mondo of Charles F. Broom. And now here comes Kaya Warner Franklin of Trinity Academy. She's going to be spinning out the turn now. Still getting a little challenge from Greenwich Mondo. Not anymore. So Kaya Warner Franklin showing them a clean pair of heels. It's all Kaya Warner Franklin working her way to the finish line, hoping to get another record. So she will be victorious in this second section. Still looking impressive, Neil.
Yeah, very much so. She took the race basically with about 120 meters. And as I say, she took it by the scruff of the neck. She came off the bend, arms and legs pumping away, and looked very comfortable at the end of the race. Looks as though she still had more left in the tank, Michael. I think that this young lady is going to be someone that we need to follow.
Of course. And as I said, I know that the coaches at the secondary schools already have. I know they're looking. Everybody's looking to see who will get this young lady. So we're off. Third and final section. Karen Reese, Sela Primary. Nazia Miller, St. Margaret's. On the outside is Olivia Armstrong of Charles F. Broom. In the middle, Raquela Seal of St. Mary's. As they round the turn into the straightaway, on the outside is Olivia Armstrong of Charles F. Broom, being challenged by Raquela Seal of St. Mary's. So Seal and Armstrong, both will have a lot of work to do on their form. Raquela Seal of St. Mary's, the eventual winner there. But I can tell you, yes, we are seeing winners here. Definitely those to watch for the future. But the coaches will have their hands full in trying to get that form together, and obviously with good form you will run faster.
Yes, definitely. And they'll be moving on now to the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. These are the under 13 girls, and they're really moving quickly. In lane 2 from Grantley Prescott Memorial, Nikayla McCollin Hudson Kell. Lane 3 from St. Joseph Primary, Donica Bradshaw. Lane 4 from All Saints Primary, Najeda Phillips. In lane 5, representing Hillaby Turner's Hall, Jamelia Neblet Phillips. Lane 6 from Deacons Primary, Kimora Hoyt, she's not there. And lane 7 from Arthur Smith Primary, Jarion O'Neill. And they're off and running. It's a pretty level beginning. Macaulay Hudson. And here comes Najeda Phillips from All Saints Primary. Najeda Phillips is going to bring them into the straightaway. She's comfortable. She's striding. Oh, look at that form. Oh, she's really looking very good. Najeda Phillips of All Saints Primary striding away. and it's going to annihilate this field. Very good run there. Second. It's very, very tight there between Nikayla McCollin Hudson-Kell of Grandy Prescott and Jamelia Neblet Phillips of Hillaby Turner's Hall. But that was a very good run from the old lady from All Saints Primary, Najeda Phillips. This is second of these three-time finals, ladies and gentlemen. And let's welcome on the track from St. Joseph Primary. That is Zakiah Nelson in lane 2. Reynolds Weeks is Akira Applewhite in lane 3. Lane 4, we find from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Nikayla Holder. Lane 5, Mackenzie Goddard of Welch's Primary. Lane 6, Symphony Goddard Grant, already victorious for the afternoon from Cuthbert Moore Primary. And in lane 7 from Arthur Smith Primary, Janae Belgrave. And they're off to a nice clean start. Nikayla Holder from Hillaby Turner's Hall. She's to the top of the lane. Coming through from Reynolds Riggs is Akira Applewhite. They come with about 100 meters to go. And it is Nikayla Holder. She's running also on the outside. Janae Belgrave. It's Janae Belgrave. She's turned the tide. She's going to win it one. Janae Belgrave wins it. Second came Akira Applewhite of Reynolds Riggs Primary and Nikayla Holder of Hillaby Turner's Hall for third. That was a very strong. She's pumping away. Look, just take a look on the inside to see who's coming. No one is there. She's going to ease it down now. Shamaya Weeks of Reynolds Weeks wins the final section in the under 13 girls 200 meters in the Pediashore Anton Norris zone.
I think the pace that things are going today, we also have to keep up with this pace, Neil. Things are going rather swiftly here.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the first time I went to the pen relays. Pen relays is magnificent, the way how it works. You have so many athletes competing, so many relays, and the relays go like clockwork. You have everyone lined up. It's like a pen, really, inside of there. And the way how things flow, you have to go one day, Neil, to see how it works. It's like clockwork.
Someday, God's willing, I'll get there.
So section 1 in the under 13 boys 200. This is the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. 5 athletes going here. Hardin of Elliott Belgrave, Walters of Trinity Academy. On the outside there's Jazzer Moore of St. Mary's. He's already a winner in the under 13 boys 100.
Yes.
So it's all Moore of St. Mary's on the outside. Don't think they will catch Moore. Won't be catching him today or tomorrow. Jazzer Moore of St. Mary's on his way to victory. Moore the winner, and a couple of seconds behind second is Keyshawn Atkins of Bay Primary. So this is the first in the under 13 boys. And these guys are really rolling. Yes, he looks good. He looks impressive.
He's just shaking his plaits there.
Seeing a lot of boys with that hairstyle, Neil. I want to ask you what your thoughts are. That's another discussion we'll have off air. Okay, section 2 on the line and ready to go. Hurdle, Bess Watkins, Sutherland, Thorne, Gemmont, Van Ettinger, and Lovell. And we've seen coming around the turn into the straightaway. Lovell straightens up first. So it's Rafney Lovell of for third and final section. Omari Richards of St. James, he's in 1. Xavier Barker of Bay Primary in 2. In lane 3, Aaron Brathwaite of Trinity Academy. In 5 is Joshua Williams of Elliott Belgrave. 6, Mackay Greenwich of St. George Primary. And in 7, Mattis Quesada of Beyond the Box. So here we go. Final section, under 13 boys, Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. They're off and running. Who will spin out the turn first? We'll see shortly. Looks like the St. George Lions are roaring again. Mackay Greenwich. So that would be 2 of 2 for the St. George Lions. Mackay Greenwich. Greenwich will take it. And second will go to Brathwaite of Trinity Academy.
Yes, Michael, there's a competition here. You know, it reminds me of back when we had the like Zachary Wall and those.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Ethan Hart and those boys, they were all together. The St. George Lions as they roared.
Yes, we had a good core of under 13 boys.
Oh yeah. And now we move on now to the Pediashore Anton Norris zone, and this is the first of the 3 sections. And lining up here in lane number 2 from Deacons Primary, Tyreek Pyle. Lane 3, we find Tosh Aline from Cuthbert Moore Primary. Grantley Prescott Memorial is represented by Rakesh Cormack. In lane 5 from Reynold Weeks Primary is Amari Haid. And then out in lane number 7 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Jazavi Hines. Five athletes going: Pyle, Aline, Cormac, Haid, and Hines. As they come racing towards the turn. And it is Amari Haid looking strong. Also looking very strong is Jazavi Hines of Hillaby Turner's Hall as they come down the stretch. And it is Haid and Hines. I think they already locked horns for the day. Haid and Hines. Haid and Hines. They're coming over the wire. Haid looks as though he's victorious. That's a Murray Haid of Reynold Weeks Primary getting home or getting the advantage over Jazavi Hines, who had to settle for second place from Hillaby Turner's Hall Primary. Keen competition here at the Usain Bolt Complex, NAPSAC 2024.
Oh yes, things are very, very competitive. That's the way we like to see things. And of course, it will get even more competitive as we start to look ahead to the finals. The finals will be April 3rd. So if you haven't bought your tickets as yet, please make sure you do so. Get your tickets and make sure you're here to see live and direct the finals of the Chafette Frosties NAPSAC 2024.
Here we go. Second section here in the under 13 boys in lane 1 from Arthur Smith. This is Payne. In lane 2, Ben from St. Joseph Primary. Lane 3, Marshall of Hillaby Turner's Hall. Brathwaite is in lane 4 from All Saints Primary. Lane 5 is from Cuthbert Moore Hackett. Lane 6, Grandy Prescott Sealy. And in lane 7, Cordia Lane of Erdison Special School. And as we just called his name, Cordia Lane of Erdison Special School is going to bring them to the top of the lane. It is Cordio Lane. He's in front, coming through on the inside. Is Rashay Payne of Arthur Smith. Ah, wow, here we go with just about 30 meters to go. And it is Lane and Payne. Lane and Payne. Rashay Payne of Arthur Smith Primary. Looks as though he just got home over the young man Cordio Lane of Erdison Special School. It was very good to see him coming through there. But we'll leave that one definitely for the judges. But from the naked eye, it looked like Rashay Payne of Arthur Smith getting home. And now we are moving on to the final section here in the under 13 boys 200 meters. Lane assignments are as follows. In lane number 1 from Arthur Smith Primary, Nathan Carrington. Lane 2 from St. Joseph Primary, Jovel Thomas. Lane 3 from Welch's Primary, that is Coljo Franklin. Lane 4 from Erdison Special School, Anderson Sandiford. Trayvon Phillips from Deacons Primary is in lane 5. Jamaria Wharton from Randall Weeks Primary is in lane 6. And out in lane number 7 from All Saints Primary, Isaiah Bovel Boss. And it's a good clean start. Jamaria Wharton of Randall Weeks Primary, he looks large and in charge. But here comes on the inside from Welch's Primary, that is Coljo Franklin. As they come off the bend, Coljo Franklin of Welch's Primary, he's just stepping. I mean, it really looks as though he's stepping away from them. It's Coljo Franklin wins it. Coljo Franklin of Welch's Primary wins it comfortably in the end. Very good run there by the young man from Welch's Primary. And that completes the 200 meters for the under 13 boys in the Pediashore Anton Norris zone.
Yes, so we're going to move forward to the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. First of 3 sections coming up for the under 11 girls. Let's see how these girls will do. They'll be chasing Kaya Warner Franklin's record. Last year, 30.88 seconds. In lane number Iria Maycock of St. Mary's. Lane 3, Rakayla Graves of Sela. In 4, Azaria Toppin of St. George. In lane 5, Kishani Trotman of Bay Primary. And in 6, Nakaya Ward of Charles F. Broome. They're off. And Azaria Toppin of St. George Primary. She's leading the bunch right now. So Toppin spinning out the turn into the straightaway. She's all alone. Too much head movement from her. I'm sure that Mr. Kelman is going to do some work with her on that. Just keep that head quiet. So Azaria Toppin of St. George winning that first section. Second will go to Kishani Trotman of Bay Primary. It looks as though Maycock of St. Mary's will finish in third position. Neil, I know as people are watching this event, they're kind of anxious to see their children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, etc. But I still want people to note that it's all about the times.
Yes.
And even though you may hear us saying this person from this school is victorious in this section, that person may not advance to the final.
Yes.
Because it's not about finishing first in your section. It's the 8th fastest time throughout the entire competition that will advance. So here we go before next section. Trinity Waldron of Elliott Belgrave, Callendar of St. Mary's. Right there from St. Margaret's is Myers Ames. Turning into the straightaway in lane number 2, that's Sakira Callendar of St. Mary's. Lane number 5, Myers Ames of St. Margaret's. And coming in between, Bailey of Sela Primary. Here comes Tiara Bailey of Sela. Tiara Bailey will win it. Second, going to Sakira Callendar of St. Mary's. And Myers Ames of St. Margaret's finishing in third. One more section coming up for the under 11 girls, and this is in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. They're already on the line. Lane number 7, Zanique Niles of Charles F. Broome, Sharice Boyce of Bay Primary in 6. In 5, Janaya Aline of St. George Primary. In 4, Kaya Mon of St. Margaret's. In lane number 3, Amaya Hunt of Trinity Academy. And in lane 1, Anaya Bradshaw of St. James Primary.
Yes, Michael, they're really moving here. Officials have everyone on the lanes.
That looks like a false start to me.
Definitely, they're the young lady from St. George. Right?
Yes, Jamaya Aline of St. George. Yes, the lion is pouncing a little too soon. Yeah, she's ready to pounce.
Yeah. A lioness.
Yes.
There, she's ready to bring home the bacon.
So we'll try that once more. A good start this time. So in here, Bradshaw, Hunt, Mon, Aline, Boyce, and Niles. On the inside, Anaya Bradshaw of St. James. She's doing some good work in there as they round the turn into the straightaway. Anaya Bradshaw of St. James still holding on. A challenge from Aline of St. George Primary. Here comes Janaya Aline of St. George Primary, the lioness. Yes, she has reached the finish. She got the bacon.
Yes.
Janaya Aline of St. George being victorious. A good run from Anaya Bradshaw of St. James Primary in the inside in lane number 1. So that will do it for the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Now moving on to the Anton Norris zone.
The Pediashore Anton Norris zone. As we can see here now, the young ladies are already on the track in lane number 6, it looks like. from Grantley Prescott Memorial, Ricacia Boys. Lane 5 from Arthur Smith Primary, Vanya Devonish. Lane 4, Reynold Weeks' Denisha Hurdle. In lane 3 from St. Joseph Primary, Kaya Mears. And in lane 2 from Welch's Primary, Joshana Henry. 100 meters, the first section here, 100 meters for the under 11 girls. Let's see this. And they're off to a good clean start. It is young lady coming through from on the inside. Denisha Hurdle of Randall Weeks Primary. She means business here. She comes off the bend. Large in charge here. Denisha Hurdle of Gladiola, Randall Weeks Primary Raptors. She's going to devour this field. She's going to do it easily. Denisha Hurdle of Randall Weeks Primary. She wins it. Oh, by some distance. Second from Grantley Prescott was Ricacia Boyce. And coming through on the inside, it looks like Kaya Mears of St. Joseph Primary. But there's no doubt about the winner there. Definitely, the young lady there from Randall Weeks Primary, Denisha Hurdle. We're now going to have the second of these time finals for the under 11 girls. We're just waiting on them to, they're now ready. Second of these here, we have Yearwood of All Saints Primary in lane 7, from lane 6 from Cuthbert Moore, Brathwaite, lane 5, Goodridge of Hillaby Turner's Hall, Griffith of Deacons Primary in lane 5, in lane 4, Jones of Grantley Prescott in lane 3, and in lane 2 from Welch's Primary's Hood World and out in front from All Saints Primary, it is Lily Rose Yearwood. She's going to bring them off the bend and down the straight. It is Lily Rose Yearwood of All Saints Primary coming through with a run on the inside from Deacons Primary is Maya Griffith, but she's going to be a bit too late. It is all over. Bar the shouting. Lily Rose Yearwood of All Saints Primary. Second goes to Maya Griffith of Deacons Primary. And third, Dominique Goodridge of Hillary Turner's Hall Primary. But there's young lady here, Lily Rose Yearwood of All Saints Primary. Now we're coming down now to the final section here in the under 11 girls. And we have here on the line, in lane number 7 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Lauren Edwards, already victorious for the afternoon. In lane 6 from Arthur Smith Primary, Kamara Garner. In lane 5 from Deacons Primary, Shamaya Granham. Lane 4 refined from St. Joseph Primary, Tashana Grant. Lane 3 from All Saints Primary, Amika Mangal, also victorious for the afternoon. And in lane 2 from Reynold Weeks Primary, Kalia Bostic, and they're off and running. Mangal already looking to make up the stagger, but she will have a lot of competition coming from the young lady from on the outside, Lauren Edwards, as they come off the bend. And it is Mangal of All Saints Primary and Edwards of Hillaby Turner's Hall, and down the stretch they come, and it is Mangal in front and Edwards. Mangal, Edwards, what it is Mangal. Who's going to get home? Micah Mangal of All Saints Primary wins it from Lauren Edwards of Hillaby Turner's Hall. That completes the 200 meters for the under 11 girls from the Pediashore Anton Norris zone. Oh, Michael, we have here now some more results coming. Yeah, but before we move on, now Michael, it's the...
Yes, we have the under 11 boys coming up. And this will be our first section for the Marcia Trotman zone. Compliments of Pedialyte, the sponsors. And they're on the starters' orders. Damani Broom of Sela in 2. In 3, Jaden Watson of Elliott Belgrave. In 4, Lanico Rayside of Charles F. Broome. In lane number 5, Elijah Bess of St. James Primary. Neymar Walton of St. Mary's in 6. And in 7, Dante Carrington of Trinity Academy. So pretty even now. Charles F. Broome's Lanico Rayside, though, seems to be doing some running here. And there he goes, and being challenged in lane number 2 by Damani Broome of Sela Primary. So it's Broome now taking charge. Broome is in charge of this one. Damani Broome of Sela Primary. Abu Warrell will be happy with this performance. Second will go to Lanico Rayside of Charles F. Broome. Those are top 2 finishers in this first section. So that
good run in there.
Yes, for sure.
As I said, it's very good to see Sela Primary here. Abu World, kudos to him and his team up there, up north.
Oh yes, pretty small school that is, Sela Primary.
I don't think they have over. I don't think their roll is over 100.
But powerful.
Very, very powerful indeed.
Yes. So our second section here, James Greenidge of Trinity Academy in 1. In lane 2, Kadesh Roach of Elliott Belgrave. Shakari Nash of Bay Primary in 3. In 4, Jamari Goodridge of St. Margaret's. Aidan Yard of St. George Primary. He's in lane number 5. And Naim Taylor of St. Mary's in lane number 6. So they're off. I'm going on the outside. That's Naeem Taylor of St. Mary's out there in 6. And look out for Bay Primary's Shakari Nash. Nash there in the green top. Yes, he's the man in charge right now.
Yes. Shakari Nash of Bay Primary. Looking large and in charge.
Yes, that's the man to do it, Shakari Nash. So Nash is going to be the winner here from Bear Primary. Aidan Yard of St. George finishing up in there as well. It's good to see these youngsters giving their best effort.
Yes.
However, only the top 8 can go forward. Under 11 boys, third and final section coming up here in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Boaz Van Ettinger of Beyond the Box Education. He's not there in 1. In lane 2, Raquan Herwood of Sela. Lane 3, Jace McLean of Charles F. Broome. Lane 4, Kemal Green of St. James. Lane 5, Dondre Jack of St. George Primary. Lane 6, Tyreek Wilkinson of Bay Primary. And in lane number 7, Thierry Spencer of St. Margaret's Primary. So they're off and running. Herwood, McLean, Green, Jack, Wilson, and Spencer. Looking good is McLean of Charles F. Broome. Wow, that guy is doing some early running. And also Tyreek Wilkinson of Bay Primary. Those are the 2 in contention here as they round the turn into the straightaway. It is Jace McLean of Charles F. Broome. McLean. And can McLean hold on for this win? Yes, he will do it. McLean will take it. Wilkinson will finish in 2nd. And Jack will finish up in 3rd. So that's the top 3. And these guys are really rolling here.
Yes, and we know move on now into the first of the time finals for the Anton Norris, the Pediasure Anton Norris zone, 200 meters for the under 11 boys. Your starters are as follows. In lane number 7 from Welch's Primary, DeVico Stevenson. Lane 6 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Tyrese Sinclair. In lane 5 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Rajari Bovell. In lane 4 from St. Joseph Primary, Stefan Holder. Lane 3 from Randall Weeks Primary, Zayden Pilgrim. Lane 2 from All Saints Primary, Kai Cummins. Also being victorious this already for the afternoon. And in lane number 1 from Deacons Primary, Jalen Fenty. 200 meters. The under 11 boys. And they're off and running. It's a pretty level beginning. Stevenson, Sinclair, Bovell, Holder, Pilgrim, Cummings and Fenty coming through from on the inside. It looks like Zayden Pilgrim of Reynolds Weeks. He has some competition from Stefan Holder. So it's Stefan Holder there from St. Joseph Primary running on. Stefan Holder. Yes, he's really running out of his socks here. He wins it now. Stefan Holder very, very tight there between DeVico Stevenson of Welch's Primary and Zayden Pilgrim of Reynolds Weeks Primary. But there's no doubt about your winner there, Stefan Holder of St. Joseph Primary. And now we're moving over into the second of these time finals for the under 11 boys. And it looks like we have in lane number 7 a man there from Erdison Special Unit. That is Ravier Eastman in lane 6 from Arthur Smith Primary. That is Holder Moore, Cesario Holder Moore in lane 5. Hinkson of Welch's Primary in lane 4 from Cuthbert Moore Primary. That's Arthur. Bledman of Hillaby Turner's Hall is in lane 3. Lane 2, J. Sean Howell of Deacons Primary. And then lane number 1 from Grandy Prescott Memorial is Nikolai Brathwaite Dean. And as he comes off the bend from Deacons Primary, J. Sean Howell, we've mentioned his name time and time again for the day. It's J. Sean Howell. He's cruising away with this one. J. Sean Howell, Deacons Primary, wins it now. In lane 6, running second was Cesario Holder Moore, who held on for second position. It was a very, very, very good run there for the young man from Deacons Primary. And we're moving on now to the final section in the Anton Norris zone, the Pediashore Anton Norris zone for the under 11 boys. The boys under 11, and they're on the track. And lane number 7 from Arthur Smith Primary, Malachi Clark. Lane 6 from Reynolds Weeks Primary, Hayden Jones White. In lane number 5 from Grandy Prescott Memorial, Arian Clark. In lane 4 from All Saints Primary, Caden Carrington. In lane number 3 from Erdiston Special School, Devontae Knight. And in lane number 1 from St. Joseph Primary, Kamari Holder. And they're off and running. Holder, Knight, Carrington, Clark, Jones White, and Clark again. And out front in lane number 7 from Arthur Smith, Malachi Clark. He's running hard. He's going to bring them into the straightaway. And it is Malachi Clark of Arthur Smith. Also running well from St. Joseph Primary, Kamari Holder. But it is going to be from Arthur Smith, Malachi Clark. Easily. Second goes to Hayden Jones White of Reynolds Weeks Primary.
So, yes, that will do it, Neil, for the series of 200 meters. And we'll have a shift for about 50 meters. They will move from the 200 meter mark to the 150 mark, getting ready for the under 9s, the under 9 girls and boys. They'll be up next, and once those 150s are out the way, then we get ready for the relays. And of course, everyone looks forward to those relays. In the meantime, we can share some points with our viewers, so you will know what's happening. These points that we will be sharing with you will be mostly field events and some track events contested today. We begin with the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone for the girls. St. Mary's 9 points, Elliott Belgrave 15, St. Margaret's 18, Trinity Academy 21, Bay Primary 40, St. James 48, St. George Primary 55, Selah Primary 61, and leading the girls, Charles F. Broom 108 points. In the boys, Trinity Academy 1 point, Elliott Belgrave 12, St. Mary's 13, St. Margaret's 23, St. James 35, Bay Primary 57, Selah Primary 59, St. George Primary 67, and Charles F. Broome 84. So it seems as though Charles F. Broome, they're eager to do the double here in the Marcia Trotman zone.
And here in the Pediashore Anton Norris zone, here we go. 15 points go to Cuthbert Moore. These are the young ladies. Then you have Welch's Primary 17, Grantley Prescott 25, St. Joseph Primary 31, Arthur Smith Primary 35. 57 points goes to Deacons Primary as well as Hillaby Turner's Hall. 66 points to Reynold Weeks Primary, and leading the girls in the Pediashore Anton Norris zone is All Saints Primary with 77 points.
Yes, and we're going to get back to the boys in the Anton Norris zone shortly as we see on track the first of 3 time finals in the under 9 girls 150. In lane 2, Raquana Mason of St. Mary's. Lane 3, Shakenya Boxell Jordan of Bay Primary. In lane number 4, Abigail Reed of St. Margaret's. Lane 5, Josiah Greenidge of Trinity Academy. In lane number 6, Cassidy Coward of St. George Primary. And in lane number 7, Derisha Holford of St. James Primary. And of course, Cassidy Coward, she's done well so far. We'll see if she can continue her winning ways. So they are on the starters' orders now. First of 3 time finals in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Off and running. A great start. Seeing in the middle of the field there. From Trinity Academy, Josiah Greenidge. We saw Greenidge winning already as well. So battle here between Greenidge and Coward. Coward and Greenidge. One tall, one short. So Josiah Greenidge of Trinity Academy, she will take this one. And Cassidy Coward of St. George finishing up in second. And again from St. Mary's, Waquana Mason, she's finishing up in 3rd position.
That's wicked.
So these are really rolling along. Our second section already on the line. Lane number 2, Akela Bend of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. Lane 3, Amaya Aline of Charles F. Broome. In lane 4, Soraya White Ford of St. Mary's. Lane number 5, Kiana Moore of Selah Primary. Lane 6, Kyla Moore of St. George. And lane 7, Anaya Flats of Bay Primary. On the starters' orders. Neil, that young lady there from Bear Primary left in the blocks on Higher Flats.
Yeah.
Not sure she heard the gun, but all the others were out and flying.
Already out running.
Amaya Aline of Charles F. Broome. And from Selah Primary, that's Kiana Moore. A little bit of confusion.
Yeah, 2 ladies running in the same.
Yes, but it's all Kiana Moore of Selah Primary. Moore is going to win it. And second place will go to Aline of Charles F. Broome. Moore, the winner of Moore, finishing in 3rd. So we had 2 Moores going there. 1 more winning, the next Moore in 3rd.
I think they ended up. This is the young Flats. I know her heart must be broken.
Oh yes, had a very. I'm not sure she did hear the start. Yeah, she was very slow in starting.
Wow.
Our final section coming up here for the under 9 girls in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. They're already on the starters' orders. They're rolling here. Think they'll be called back. Wow. Wouldn't it be a privilege to live in that house there in the background?
Looks really
I'll
nice.
be up there sitting down with a beverage and watching the sports.
A glass of lemonade.
Of course. Infused. Here we go. Martin Boyce, Aline Linton Boyce, and husbands Coward. 3rd and final section for these under 9 girls. Spinning out the turn from Charles F. Broome, Shakayla Linton being challenged by Boyce, Jakayla Boyce of Selah Primary. Not anymore. It's all Shakayla Linton of Charles F. Broome. She's gonna take this victory and seal that first place in the under 9 girls 150.
Yes, Michael, and we're gonna have now the young ladies. It's their turn from the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. They're already lined up. And going here, we have from Reynolds Weeks Primary, Ravania Critchlow Dottin in lane 1. In lane 2, Maya Edwards of All Saints Primary. Lane 3, Nazaria Ward of Grandy Prescott Primary. Annika Brathwaite from St. Joseph Primary is in lane 4. Lane 5, finding from Cuthbert Moore Primary, that's Kalani Beckles. In lane 6 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, that's Josiah Stewart. And in lane 7 from Welch's Primary, Leah Reed. We've already seen Leah Reed. She's already ran for the afternoon from Welch's Primary. So we're going to keep an eye on her as they just await the final instructions. They're just waiting there as I get them settled. And now they come on the starters' orders. And away they go. So a good clean start. Critchlow, Dottin, Edwards, Ward, Brathwaite, Beckles, Jordan Reed as they come off the bend. And it is Maya Edwards of All Saints Primary. She looks as though she has it on the outside from Cuthbert Moore Primary's Kalani Beckles. But it is Maya Edwards. Edwards on the inside from All Saints Primary. She's going to take this one. She wins it now. Maya Edwards of All Saints Primary. Running second was Kalani Beckles of Cuthbert Moore Primary. Yes, and that's a very good run there. We now moving on to the second of these 3-time finals in the under 9 girls. The girls under 9 going here in lane number 7 from All Saints Primary, Josiah Barrow. In lane 6 from Reynolds Weeks Primary, Megan Corbin. Lane 5 from Deacons Primary, Shakira Hoyt Hurdle. Lane 4 from Arthur Smith Primary, Janica Thomas. And in lane number 3 from St. Joseph Primary, Andriana Smith. And it's a good clean start. These 5 young ladies now going out. Smith, Thomas, Hoyt Hurdle, Corbin and Barrow. And it is Josiah Barrow. She's up front. She is pulling away from this field. It is Josiah Barrow of All Saints Primary. She's going to demolish this field. She wins it convincingly. Second in lane 4 from Arthur Smith was Janica Thomas. That's a very good run there again from the second one. And let's see if is she in the third one.
No,
she's in.
No, I see another one running in there.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving on now to the third and final of the girls under 9 section, and we have in lane number 7 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, that is Naraya Bernard Rodney. In lane number 6 from Grantley Prescott Memorial, Naya Prue Seeley. We've seen her for the day thus far. Deacons Primary, Krista Tate is in lane 5. Welch's Primary is represented by Talisa Small in lane 4. Arthur Smith is represented by Jariah Boyce in lane 3. And in lane number 2 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Soraya Clark. And they're off to a good clean start. Oh, it is Bernard Rodney, Seeley, Tate, Small, Boyce and Clark coming off the bend. Talisa Small of Welch's Primary. She's been in good form for the day, and she continues it here. Welch's Primary's Talisa Small striding away. She wins it convincingly. The others running for second. The second position was Naraya Bernard Rodney of Hilleby Turner's Hall. That completes the under 9 girls 150 meters. For the
Under 9 boys 150. We'll get going. The Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Want to say hello to one of the stadium announcers, Mr. Philip Burke. He's been doing a good job keeping the crowd aware of what's happening on the inside. And here we go. He joined me yesterday evening and assisted greatly. We're back on track now. St. George Primary's Amani Herbert on the inside. This little guy is really rolling along. Amani Herbert. And it's still Herbert. St. Mary's Rashid Bedward on the outside, giving him some competition here. Bedward and Herbert. Herbert and Bedward. Bedward and Herbert. And Herbert will be victorious. Amani Herbert winning that first section. So things are rolling along.
It's a unique name,
yes,
Bedward.
Bedward.
Never heard that one before.
Yes, so we have seen over the years several different names, varieties of names. Jaden, Jadon, Jaden, and the funny thing about it, they're all spelled the same way, but pronounced differently. And you'll get many parents getting upset because you don't know. You don't even know the kid, much less how to pronounce their name. But once you do, you get it right. So we're on to our second section here in the under 9 boys 150. This is action in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Zadari Dupre of St. Margaret's. In lane 3, Jeremiah Harris of St. Mary's. In lane 4, Giovanni Baino of St. George Primary. Lane 5, Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome. In lane 6, Shamario Chase of Bay Primary. And in lane number 7, Aaron Ramsey of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. And they're off. Just as fast as we are speaking, they're running. Even faster. So here we go. Charles F. Broome's Liam Howard Niles. Remember, this is the guy whose name we wrote and said, pay attention.
Yes.
Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome. He is rolling again, victorious one more time. Second place going to Jeremiah Harris of St. Mary's, and third to Shamario Chase of Bay Primary. So the under 9 boys, 150. Just after this, 3 more, and that will be the 3 for the Anton Norris zone, and that will end all of our individual events, and we'll be preparing for our relays. Our relays will begin with the medley relay, girls open, followed by boys open, and then we go into the 4x1s, and of course we want you to join us as the athletes are presented with their awards for division champions, Victor and Victrix Durham, of course, the champion boys and girls schools in both zones. So that ceremony will be coming up shortly. And I think we are doing well for time. It's now
really
3:33. Yes, we are looking really good. 2:33?
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, we are doing extremely well today. Kudos to the officials. Well done to the officials. I will go and shake every official's hand when I'm done here for doing such a good job. Yes, so Brewster, Cornyburt, Dublin, Yard, Brathwaite, and Griffith. Here they go. And immediately, Tegan Yard of Charles F. Broome. He goes into the lead. He's commanding this one. Tegan Yard, there he goes. And being challenged on the outside by Tyrone Griffith of Sela Primary. And again, these guys like to look across to see where the competition is. Tegan Yard, he will hold on for the win. A great run from Tyrone Griffith of Sela Primary. Well done to him. So that will complete the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. One zone remaining, 3.
Michael, thank you very much. And we have here in this the first of the 3-time finals in lane number 7 from Reynolds Weeks Primary, Nathaniel Whitaker. Lane 6, we find Arthur Smith's Tariq Bino. Lane 5 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Kimani Cyrus. In lane number 4 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Nakeri Stout Johnson. Lane 4 from Grandi Prescott Memorial, Azari Brown Greenwich. Lane number 2 from All Saints Primary, Kevon Roach. And in lane number 1 from Deacons Primary School, Micah Armstrong. Boys, under 9 boys, and they're off and running. And it's a good clean start. Here comes from on the inside, All Saints Primary, Kevon Roach. He's already run very well for the afternoon, and he's just turning on the afterburners as he's coming down the stretch from All Saints Primary, Kevon Roach. Getting competition from Randall Weeks' Nathaniel Whitaker. Very, very, very tight there between Kevon Roach of All Saints Primary and Nathaniel Whitaker of Randall Weeks Primary. That's a very good run there. And we're moving on now to the second of these 3-time finals in the boys under 9. And we have here the team in lane number 2 from Randall Weeks Primary, Niall Barrow Clark. In lane 3 from Erdison Special School, Johnny Steele. Lane 3 from Hillaby Turner's Hall, Shaquan Thomas. In lane 4, lane 5 from Welch's Primary, Caden Austin, who's just shot out of the bend. He's looking large in the chart, but here comes from on the inside, Niall Barrow Clark of Randall Weeks Primary. Here we go, and they're coming down the straight, and it's very, very close. From Hillaby Turner's Hall, here comes Shaquan Thomas. Shaquan Thomas wins it there. He won that one from the young man from Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary Raptors, Niall Barrow Clark. Oh, that's a very good run. 26.20 was going to be the flash time. As we prepare now for the final event, the final. We see from Welch's Primary School, Kairos Lord St. Hill in lane 2. Lane 3 from Cuthbert Moore Primary, Ranako Kwamari. In lane number 4 from St. Joseph Primary, Kemari Stanford. Lane 5 from Grandly Prescott Memorial, that is Tristan Wilkinson. In lane number 6 from Deacons Primary, Jaden Bovell. And in lane number 7 from Alpha Smith Primary, Akeem Holder, as they come under starters orders. And we have a good clean start. Lord, Kwame, Sandiford, Wilkinson, Bevell, and Holder as they come off the bend. And it's Kairos Lord St. Hill. He's running very well. Kamari Sandiford of St. Joseph Primary. He's just also in contention, but it is all over bar the shouting. Kairos Lord St. Hill of Welch's Primary, he wins it. In second position from St. Joseph Primary, Kamari Sandiford. That completes the under 9 boys 150 meters for the Pediasure. Norris, the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. 5 points go to Erdiston Special School. 9 for Cuthbert Moore Primary. St. Joseph Primary on 19. Grandly Prescott Primary on 21. Deacons Primary, 38 points. Arthur Smith Primary, 40 points. And we have here Hillaby Turner's Hall, 52 points. Welch's Primary, 55 points. Rhino Weeks Primary, that's Gladiola Rhino Weeks Primary Raptors, 58 points. And leading the boys in the Pediasure Anton Norris zone with 93 points, All Saints Primary. So we have here.
Yes, Neil.
We have a young lady who is going to join us here.
Yes. So Neil, as you know, and we were talking about this all day long, the fact that sponsors are extremely important for any event, whether it's a sporting event or otherwise. It's always good to have sponsors on board. And recently, NAPSAC had the privilege of having a title sponsor, and that title sponsor being Chafet Group of Companies. And we are very happy to Chafet Group of Companies' involvement with NAPSAC, Miss Megan Michael.
Hi, hello, how are you doing?
I am doing well, and yourself?
I'm good. Listen, outside is hot, but what is even better is the talent that we are seeing from all of the kids. Every time they finish the race, they came to me, we did a quick interview, and I'd be asking them, tell me one inspirational thing that you can give to somebody after winning a race. And some of them said, never give up.
Okay.
Others said, keep going, keep fighting. So it's so inspirational to see that they have such good words to say at such a young age. So we love that.
Excellent. So let me ask you this. What inspired the Chafet Group of Companies to get involved with NAPSAC?
Well, it's perfect social responsibility. We believe that who's the best person to support them and be behind them than Chafet and Frosty. So we're so happy to be able to create core memories with them.
Excellent. So what kinds of products? Tell us a little outside of track and field now. Tell us a little something about Chafet's products and services, because Chafet has now become not just a Barbadian brand. I think it was last year that you guys you took Chafet to New York, and you took Chafet places. So tell us.
We partner with the BTMI to show that Chafet is not only a food chain, but is a cultural icon in Barbados. And so they partner with us to show that all around the world, anybody can love Chafet. So we can see that. In terms of the products, let me just talk about Frosties, because that's our baby. It's really new, and we have so many different flavors that relate to trying. We recently launched our Chafet Vanilla Choco Ice. You know, the Chafet Vanilla is in the yellow and the inside, but we made it into an ice cream bar. And the kids love the lollies. But also what we're going to do for Easter, all you can do special from the bar. If you don't want to have any fast food, you can have something from the barn. So we have so much specials on, and we're just happy to be here, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you? I realize you had some giveaways going as well, not just for those inside the stadium. I believe that's going to be coming, the one inside the stadium for people who will sit under your tents, etc.
Yes.
But you also have some giveaways for the viewers.
Yeah, we have some giveaway for the viewers. We don't have it right now, but what we'll do is, if you stay tuned to NAPSAC for the next week, and also for the finals, we'll have some giveaways in the stands, we'll have some giveaways in our Frosties and Chafet zone, and also on social media, because what we're trying to do is build our community on social media and to rally around all of the athletes, because they're doing an amazing job. So stay tuned on our Chafet I Love Chafet page and I Love Frosties page for all of the promotions we have coming.
Okay, so before we get back to the races, I just want you guys to know that my favorite Frosties ice cream is rum and raisin. I've said that yesterday. I've said it today, and I'm still waiting for my rum and raisin Frosties. So
we'll bring it for you next time.
Thank you.
I just want to say though, I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing the young lady from Trinity Academy, and what we've done is to follow them along their journey.
Oh, lovely.
From the time we've seen them at the launch in January till now, we've been seeing how they've been progressing.
Lovely.
And it's just a beautiful story to again create core memories.
Yes.
So we're rallying around them. We know some of them personally, and we're looking forward to see who comes out on top.
Yes, and I know that Marquess is a household name. She's been around NAPSAC
Yes.
probably for, I don't know.
About 20 years.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's familiar with a lot of the athletes. So I'm looking forward now. I know the name Megan Michael.
Yes.
I'm
the
looking
marketing
forward to
coordinator.
seeing you.
Okay.
Getting familiar with some of the names of the athletes coming
Yes.
around. At the end, the officials, we have a little get together. So
Okay.
I'm inviting you publicly.
I love that.
To come to that get together. You'll get familiar with some of the officials. You'll get to hear a lot more intimate details about the sport. And again, we want to thank you very much for coming
Thank
aboard
you.
with your Chefette and with Frosties, and making sure that this sport and this particular event, NAPSAC, goes worldwide.
Yes.
Just as you said.
It will go
Chefette.
worldwide because you know what? NAPSAC is the foundation for all of our athletes
Oh,
who
lovely.
travel internationally.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you again. We'll get the chance to speak with you some more. We have 2 more days, and of
Okay.
course the big final
Yes.
on April 3rd.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
So Neil will be back with us shortly as we prepare for the sprint medley coming up. The girls will start first with the Marcia Trotman zone, Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, and there will be only one time final, and we have 7 teams going in this one, and following that will be, I believe they will amalgamate the sections for the Anton Norris zone. So in this one, we're looking at a record of 2 minutes 16.26 seconds established by Charles F. Broom last year.
Okay,
So,
Michael, let me just interrupt you here. There's an organizers wanted us to let them know that there's a simulation going on over by the archives between 2 and 4 p.m. this afternoon. And for if any of our viewers and so on, if you hear the sirens, also please don't be alarmed. It's a simulation, so please don't be alarmed. It will not affect us here at the Usain Bolt complex.
yes, I know parents get extremely excited
Yeah.
when they hear sirens and their children are not close to them.
Yes, just now we saw the fire truck just pull in
Yes.
there.
Great. So our lane assignments are in lane 1, St. James Primary. As you speak, I'm hearing the sirens go.
Yes.
In lane number 2, Trinity Academy. Lane number 3, St. Mary's. Lane 4, Sela. Lane 5, St. George Primary. Lane 6, Charles F. Broom. And lane 7, Bay Primary. So that's the lineup for this section. Only one section of the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. So just to explain how this relay works, for those who this might be your first time watching sprint medley, first leg will run 100 meters, second leg 100, third leg 200, and the final leg will run 400 meters. So we're going to refresh, come back, see if we get something different. So here we go. Yes. Again, kudos to the officials for making sure this day traveled. I must say, traveled.
Definitely. Let's see.
Yeah, so that second section, the Anton Norris zone will have 2 sections, one with 4 and one with 5. So here we go. Sprint medley for girls, Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone on the starter's orders. Okay,
false start,
that will be a false start. One of the, oh my, I think the officials need to do a little better. They need to start moving before the athlete gets to them and stop the athlete from going.
That's the young lady there from Bay Primary. She was
Yes.
traveling. And
Of course she was traveling.
They see the Abu World there trying to get across there. Yeah.
Wow.
I know she just uses that as a
warm-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's a run through.
Yes. She looks very happy about it. No, Coach,
Yes,
starter Basil Cox. Was
The
there.
kids get very excited about running.
Let's see. I'm gonna tease Abu a little later. Just
Of course we will. Tell him a little school girl had him was chased, had him panting.
yeah.
So they're off and running this time. A good one. Bear Primary, Charles F. Broome, St. George, Selah, St. Mary's, Trinity, and St. James. Let's watch the first handover. And St. Mary's, they look good. St. George in the business. Charles F. Broome in there as well. So Charles F. Broome heading down the back stretch. That second leg looking wonderful. Let's watch the handover. Charles F. Broome in first. Here comes the St. George Lions. On the outside is Bear Primary. St. Mary's with some work to do. This is the 200-meter leg. St. George Primary, they're looking large and in charge. Wonder who will run the final leg for them. So it's St. George and Charles F. Broome running neck and neck at this stage. St. George, Charles F. Broome, the 200-meter leg. One leg remaining. 400 meters. St. George, they will hand over first. There goes St. George, Charles F. Broome, Bear Primary, St. Mary's third, Bear Primary in fourth, and Trinity Academy. I don't think that the young lady, Warner Franklin, will have enough to catch them. Yes, St. George in the lead, heading down the back stretch for the final time. So if she's going to be anchoring for Trinity Academy, would be she won't get there. She's now in fourth position. Yes, she's gonna fight. Of course, she's a fighter. So right now we're seeing Charles F. Broome in second, St. George well ahead of the field. Little grimace on her face. So St. George, there we go. Trinity Academy fighting hard, passing out Charles F. Broome. Wow. Well, she's proving her worth here.
Yes.
St. George, they will hold on for the win. St. George will win it. Trinity Academy, a wonderful anchor leg from Warner Franklin. She will finish in second. Trinity Academy, third will go to Charles F. Broome. Here comes Bear Primary, St. Mary's. Remember, the top 8 teams will be going through to the final. Top 8. Yes. St. James, Selah. That will do it. Yes, so we got to give kudos to that young lady from Trinity Academy. She ran a magnificent leg there. I can tell you this. If that team makes it to the final, and if they get a little closer, if she can get the baton a little closer, she's going to be trouble.
That's definitely.
Yes, Trinity Academy will be trouble.
You should forget to the finals.
Yes, I have to say.
You remember the team from Christchurch Girls yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Let me tell you.
So I have to say if.
Because that team was playing yesterday.
Oh, yes, they were. Yes. Okay.
So that team with
Jendia,
yes,
Jendia Burke.
Oh,
yes.
So
that
would be
squad.
very interesting to see Jendia and
against this young lady,
Warner Franklin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
See the Lions shirt all of a sudden comes out.
I swear that I saw Marcia in a blue shirt this morning.
Yeah, I
all
thought
of a
so.
sudden,
it's kind of bright over on our left.
Yes. All of a sudden, I'm seeing the sun in here.
Yeah.
Wondering what's happening.
Now we move on now to the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. It's the first of the time finals, first of 2 time finals, and we have a lane number 3 from Grantley Prescott. That's the team of Grantley Prescott Memorial. Lane 5, the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall, and in lane number 6, it looks like the team from Arthur Smith Primary. So we only have 3 teams going up here in the Open Girls Sprint Medley. 1 by 1 by 2 by 4. And Team Grantley Prescott. I think they're just waiting until the takeovers, the points that they have, that they are ready. I said there's only 3 teams, so it shouldn't really take that long. We don't see the team from, there's only 3 teams here.
Well, the thing is, if there are only 3 teams here and the other teams were out, they should amalgamate them and have one race.
Should.
Because the next section, we have 5 scheduled to go. 5 plus 3 equals.
I think, let me do the math.
So you see, this is 5 minutes being wasted here.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're off and running. It's a very good start. Hillary Turner's Hall already making up the stagger on Arthur Smith Primary. And after the first exchange, it is still relatively tight. Arthur Smith Primary, Hillaby, as Hillaby Turner's Hall, the young lady there just powering down the back stretch for the second leg. And now moving into, she's the young lady here. Oh, something seems to have gone amiss here with the young lady from Hillaby Turner's Hall. Just giving the young lady now from the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial to run on. So it is Grantley Prescott Memorial in front from Hillaby Turner's Hall. I think she may have just been a bit confused there of something which happened in the bend. I think she ran out of the lane and then came back into the lane, so I think she was a little confused. So it is Grantley Prescott Memorial in front from Hillaby Turner's Hall and Arthur Smith Primary. So with just about 300 meters left in this medley, it is the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial in front. Hillaby Turner's Hall is in second. Here comes the team from Arthur Smith Primary flying by. So this is going to be a good one. Arthur Smith Primary takes over the lead. So it's Arthur Smith Primary. Hillaby Turner's Hall has no response. It's team Arthur Smith Primary here in the 800 sprint medley for the girls, and she's pouring her way to victory. It is team Arthur Smith Primary. She's pumping, breathing well. Her form is going to take her straight to the wire, and she will win this one easily in the end. Arthur Smith Primary wins it comfortably now. We'll see if Hillaby Turner's Hall will hold on for second. Yes, she does. And Grantley Prescott Memorial to finish in third. And now we'll have the start of the second section here of these time finals in the girls 800 sprint medley in the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. And we see our photographer Ken Morbino and just trying to get the athletes gathered to have a picture taken. They're sharing their hugs. They're very, very pleased. Oh, here they come. Hugs all around. And this does so much for these young ladies, for athletes in general. Yeah. And now we're getting our lane assignments for the second of these time finals. Oh, here the other young lady comes. She's limping a bit. Yes. Our cameraman has them. There we go. They're very happy. Team Arthur Smith Primary victorious in the first section of the girls 800 sprint medley. On the track in lane number 7 for this, the second of these timed finals. Lane 7, Welch's Primary. Lane 5, St. Joseph Primary. Lane 6, St. Joseph Primary. Lane 5, All Saints Primary. Lane 4, Renowicks Primary. And in lane number 3, the team from Deacons Primary, as they are off and running. And it is Welch's Primary in front. Remember, this is 1 by 1 by 2 by 4. And it is Welch's Primary after the first exchange. You think, oh, they've dropped the baton. And it's allowed All Saints Primary to go ahead. Also running well is a team from Renowicks Primary. So Renowicks Primary, they've taken over the race 200 at the 200-meter leg. Oh, and they're stumbling there from the team from St. Joseph Primary. So this race is filled with a lot of drama. But it is Renowicks Primary in front. This is trying very hard, the team from All Saints, to close that gap. She's really running hard. But it is the team from Gladiola Renowicks Primary Raptors as the All Saints team comes on by now to the final exchange. And it is going to be a very, very, very close race. All Saints Primary, Renowicks Primary, also in contention, the team from Deacons Primary. Oh, this is going to be a good one. 300 meters left. And it is All Saints Primary in front. Here goes Deacons Primary. It is Deacons Primary who's taken over. Here goes, it's All Saints Primary in second. Renowicks Primary is also in contention with 200 meters left. And it is Deacons Primary. All Saints Primary just got blown by. There's All Saints Primary. Oh, she's running again. Running hard. Oh, they come with just about 100 meters to go. And it is All Saints Primary. Renowicks Primary is in second. The team from Deacons Primary beaten at this stage. As they come down with just about 50 meters to go. It is All Saints Primary winning this one convincingly. All Saints Primary wins this one. Now, second position goes to Team Renowicks. And in third, Deacons Primary. Oh, she's coming. Oh, yes, just getting home in front of St. Joseph Primary and Welch's Primary. That completes the girls' 800 sprint medley open for the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. Coming up next would be the boys' equivalent. And we have one section here. And we can see, yes, all the lanes have been assigned.
Yes, we have just one section for the Marcia Trotman zone, the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. And Charles F. Broom holds the record for this as well, 209.16, set last year. So this will be a full house. And then two sections for the Anton Norris zone.
Yet again.
Yes, things are winding down after the medleys. We will go right into the 4x1s. As we wind down, pretty good day of action here at the Chefette Frosties 2024 edition of NAPSAC.
Yes.
Did you ever get the chance to compete at primary school? Were you at primary school?
Back in our day, yeah, the Milo champions.
You ran at Milo?
Yeah, we had that blending.
Oh, yes. Wow. Good old days. Here we see these girls from All Saints. And you were talking earlier about, looking back. When you see these photos, 10 years from now, and those four little girls look at these photos, some of them will probably be 20, 19, 18 years of age. Look back and say, that was me. This is what I look like.
Definitely. Back in our day, well,
I can't find any photos of me at that age competing. Actually, I didn't start running until I got into secondary school. Yeah, I went into secondary school. Yes. So it's good to see that there's such great opportunities for these youngsters now. They can get so much exposure. They can have the memories not just on video. They have photos that they can cherish, show to their children and their grandchildren. So here we go with the soul section in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. Lane 1 is Bay Primary. Lane 2, St. Mary's. Lane 3, Sela. Lane 4, St. George. Lane 5, Trinity Academy. And 6 is St. James. 7 is Beyond the Box. And lane 8, we will see Charles F. Broom.
And again, Michael, when we finish here, we really have to thank our sponsors for NAPSAC 2024. This is Technological and Vocational Training, Atlantic Marketing Company Limited, the National HIV/AIDS Commission, Made It Against the Odds Foundation, Armstrong Agencies, Roberts Manufacturing Company Limited, the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Infra Equipment Rentals Limited, Digicel Barbados Limited, the Barbados Olympic Association, National Conservation Commission, IMPS Assurance Brokers Limited, Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, the Barbados Union of Teachers, Starcom Network Inc., Julie's Party Rentals, Western Wholesale Inc., Creative Junction, Elco Rentals Limited, TOS Catering, Trophy World, National Sports Council, and Hanschel Innes Limited.
Yes, and we're always grateful to our sponsors for all their contributions in cash and in kind towards the success of these events. This is a major event, Neil. Major event. From here we have seen the likes of Mario Burt, Tristan Evelyn, Rivaldo Leacock. You can just keep calling the names of those who have gone on. They started right here at NAPSAC, and they made their mark in track and field. And Akila Jones, yes. Yeah. So there's so many, and it's important that we make sure that the nursery of the sport is kept and preserved, that we do things right here as well, so that the young athletes understand, and it can only serve them well in their development in the sport. Mm-hmm. So seems like we are ready to go now on the starters orders for the medley relay boys. This is the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, just one section going.
Mm-hmm. They have to stand again.
So again, Bay Primary, St. Mary's, Sela, St. George, Trinity, St. James, Beyond the Box, and Charles F. Broom. I need to find out some more about Beyond the Box education. Yeah, so here we go. Off and running. Charles F. Broom on the outside. And let's see what the first handover will be like. St. George, Charles F. Broom out there. And we must remember, this is a 1x1 by 2x4. Yes. Heading down the back stretch, Charles F. Broom. They're looking good. Handing over now. St. George with some work to do. They'll have to make up that stagger. And look out for that lad from St. Mary's. Remember him?
Yes.
Yes, here he comes. He's going to run a solid 200 meters and get his team back into first position. Well, into first position. We'll see what the 400 leg will do if he can maintain. Bay Primary doing some work there in lane number 1. And he hands over now. So St. Mary's with a sizable lead. St. George in second. Bay Primary in third. Charles F. Broom chasing in fourth. So those are the teams. This guy, he has started way too slow. He will need to pick the pace up. Neil?
Yes, definitely. St. George.
Look at how St. George flew past him.
Yeah, just blew on by.
Yep. And I always say, once you get a baton in your hand and you're running 400 meters or 4x4, medley, whatever it is, you get up and you run.
You have to run.
Yes, you can't jog at all. So here we go. St. George, St. Mary's in second. St. George has 150 meters to go. Does St. Mary have anything left in the tank?
It'll be interesting to see if he can pull off something here. I think he's allowed the young man to get away from him.
So here we go. St. George, St. Mary's, Bay Primary. Here comes St. Mary's.
A little too late.
Yes, I think it is a little too late for St. Mary's. But St. George Primary, they will be rejoicing. They will win this one. So this is a sure win. There's no second section. This is a win for St. George. St. Mary's in second. Bay Primary working their way into third position. Here comes Beyond the Box Education. And that was Sela, Trinity Academy, St. James, and Beyond the Box. That's how they will end.
It's a good run.
It's good to see Beyond the Box getting in there and putting in the effort.
Okay. So now we have the 800 sprint medley for the boys. This is in the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. We have 2 sections. Section 1 will see 4 teams going. And let's see the lineup. So we have in lane 6. I see we're just waiting until the cameras just go to the starting line. Let's see, is it a pan here? Yes, we go. In lane number 6, team from Welch's Primary. Lane 5, Deacons Primary. Lane 4, Cuthbert Moore Primary. And in lane 3, the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial. They're on the starters' orders and away they go. A good clean start. Welch's Primary, they're out early. Making up the stagger already is the team from Cuthbert Moore Primary. That's at the first exchange, and it is the team from Cuthbert Moore Primary. Welch's Primary, a young man again, he's stepping away from them. A very unique stride there by this young man from Welch's Primary. He hands off the baton. That is Welch's Primary in front. Cuthbert Moore is still holding on to that second position. On the outside of him is the team from Deacons Primary. And it's going to be a very good race here as they turn coming down the stretch in the 200-meter leg. And it is the team from Deacons Primary who takes the lead. He's really grimacing and gritting his teeth, trying to hand over his baton first, and he does that now. Welch's Primary a little fumble. Cuthbert Moore also a little fumble. Grantley Prescott runs into second position. So we now have a very tight race now. Nothing really separates them now as they all go with just about 300 meters to go. And it is Welch's Primary who's taken the lead. Cuthbert Moore runs into second. Deacons Primary third, and Grantley Prescott Memorial in fourth. Down the back stretch they go for the final time, and it is Welch's Primary in front. The young man is just easy. Just 200 meters now. And he is in front by about 10 meters or so. He is in front. Deacons Primary is closing the gap with every stride. As they come into the final turn. And it is Welch's Primary in front. Deacons Primary trying to close. And down the stretch they come. And it is Welch's Primary. Here comes Deacons Primary with another surge. Deacons Primary. Oh, it was a cat and mouse game. But it seems as though the cat won. He won it there. Deacons Primary wins it now from Welch's Primary. Cuthbert Moore Primary was in third. And Grantley Prescott Memorial bringing up the rear. That's the way they raced. And that's the first section of the Pediashore Anton Norris zone. We're moving now into the second of these time finals. Oh, some excitement there. That's what relays usually do. The relays bring a lot of excitement as they try to get the crowd whipped into a frenzy. You can hear them on the outside. Here we have now in lane number 3, team from All Saints Primary. Lane 4, Hillaby Turner's Hall. This is going to be a good one. Lane 5, the team from Reynold Weeks Primary. Lane 6, Arthur Smith Primary. And out in lane number 7, the team from St. Joseph Primary.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I was. I just got my good friend. She just sent this. She was talking about the commentary. She said, "Neil, you always sound as if you were calling a race at the Garrison." I said, well, it's kind of like, it's already there. It's in my blood. I can't really get away from it. They're off and running. St. Joseph Primary, Arthur Smith, Reynold Weeks, Hillaby, and All Saints Primary. As they go to the first exchange at St. Joseph Primary. Oh, they look really good. Arthur Smith Primary is also in the hunt. Here comes the team from All Saints Primary. And that is the team from Arthur Smith Primary. Here comes the young man, Amar Knight. He's running in from All Saints Primary, trying to close the gap. It's All Saints Primary. This is the young man who's been running really well for the entire day. So it is Arthur Smith and All Saints Primary. They're running really hard. But let's see who Hillaby Turner's Hall will have on their ankle leg. It's going to be interesting to see if they have Nateri. Is Nateri Levine? He's on the ankle leg for the team of Hillaby Turner's Hall. Let's see what's going to happen here. It is a team from the Gladiola Reynold Weeks Primary. He's in front. Here comes the young man, Terry Levine of Hillaby Turner's Hall. He would have a lot of work to do, but it's going to see if he's going to do it. He has just about 200 meters left to close this gap. It is Reynold Weeks in front. Here comes Hillaby Turner's Hall. 200 meters to go. And it's going to be a good race. It is Reynold Weeks in front. Here comes the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall. It is the Terry Levine. He has his man in sight. Here they come, spinning out of the turn. It is Reynold Weeks, but there goes the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall. Hillaby Turner's Hall. Levine, he's grimacing. He's holding his thigh, but he has all heart, all determination. Hillaby Turner's Hall will win this one. He wins it now for his team. Second goes to Gladiola Reynold Weeks Primary. But what a race, Michael. It is no doubt above this young man's ability. Natari Levine of Hillaby Turner's Hall.
Neil, seems as though you ran that race with him every step of that 400 meters. A magnificent run there from Natari Levine. Yes. Oh my. And Neil is here. Neil is here perspiring. after after that performance. But Neil, we must give credit to the young man. He impressed me just as much as Warner Franklin did when she ran that leg for her team. So I think, and as we are saying all the time, we are looking here at athletes who have the potential to be regional champions and go on to even be world champions. And we are seeing here kids like Natari Levine. He needs to be handled carefully. That is the situation that we have in this country, where we see so much talent here at the NAPSAC level, and we can start identifying and say, look, this guy is so outstanding, but then what happens at the next level? So I think that's something we need to work on to make sure that athletes of the caliber of Natari Levine, Kayla, Warner Franklin, etc., that they are placed in some caring hands, some hands that know how to manage and how to make sure that they are groomed well to go on to the next level. That is what we really need to be focusing on, folks. So I'm really looking forward to see what the future holds for these guys. We mentioned some. We mentioned the Mario Burks, the Akila Joneses, the Rivaldo Leacocks. But I think we have many more that slip through the cracks, and we need to put something in place to make sure that instead of calling 10 names, we can be calling 20 or 30. Because if you get the foundation right, if you have a solid foundation, trust me, your house will not fall.
Definitely. It's always the foundation, Michael. Very, very true. Oh, man. Oh.
Do you have the energy for this second
Michael,
section?
That race was all energy there. Oh,
yes.
So we're moving on now to the 4x1s.
Yes, we're done. We're done with these. 4x1's always exciting as well. I'm seeing one section for the under 9 girls. So it seems like in all instances with the Marcia Trotman zone that we are having one section. Up until the under 13s. Yes. So we are all set to go here. First section. This is the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone 4x100 meter relay for the under 9 girls. They're chasing 1:15:32. St. James, Charles F. Broome, St. Mary's, Selah, Bay Primary, and St. George Primary. St. George, oh my, they're going to be in trouble. Yes, the Lions are in trouble. Oh my. Way out the zone. The Lions are in trouble. Let's see who's up next. St. Mary's, Charles F. Broome handing over now. Yes, and these little ones, you know, for them, early days yet with passing the baton. That's something they have to get used to. Charles F. Broome, however, they're doing a great job. That was a good handover there from St. George, though, I must say. That one was beautiful, perfect almost. Oh, my. So St. George, here comes Charles F. Broome. St. George Primary, Charles F. Broome. So St. George finishing in first, Charles F. Broome in second, but we believe that St. George will be penalized. They will be disqualified, but we'll await the official result of that. So a great run there from all the teams as we get ready for the Anton Norris zone. The girls will have 2 sections, Neil.
Yes, and Michael, we have the Pediashore Anton Norris zone. Here we have the starters. This is the first of 2-time finals, and we have teams. We have 4 teams going in the first section. The team from Deacons Primary is in lane 6, lane 5, Grandi Prescott Memorial, lane 4, Welch's Primary, and in lane number 3, the team from All Saints Primary. As we have them all lined up now, as these will be deemed the tiny tots here. They come here now. We're gonna Ryan. Yes, and these young ladies here will be given their all. It's a 4x100 meters as they're waiting their final instructions. And when these young ladies love to hear their names called or hear their schools called, they wave to the fans.
And you see some of them waving even before their names are called. I think their families in the stand are always shouting for them.
Yes.
I remember when we started doing interviews at the finals of NAPSAC with the winners, a young lady from Lawrence Tigay. We say, who would you like to hail up? She say she wants to hail her mother, her aunt, her grandmother, all of them in the stands.
Yes, and they're off and running here for this, the first of the two-time finals. All Saints is in lane 3, lane 4, Welch's Primary, lane 5, Grandly Press Memorial, and Deacons Primary. As All Saints Primary, the takeover there, the first takeover was very, very good and clean. She's gone on. She has some pressure from on the outside. That's the team from Deacons Primary. As they muddle up there and they take over there from All Saints. On the outside, Deacons Primary is running very, very strong. So it's All Saints Primary and Deacons Primary. This is another good race, but it is All Saints looking very strong. All Saints from Deacons Primary as they come to the final exchange, and it is All Saints Primary. This is one of the twin girls here, Michael, who ran well, or the sisters we can say. She's running very, very well for her team, All Saints Primary. She ran well for the entire day. Very good run there by All Saints Primary. Second was Deacons Primary, and third, Welch's Primary. And bringing up the rear is the team from Grandly Prescott Memorial. And that's the race as they cross the line, and we're moving on now to the second of these two-time finals, as we have the teams already assembled on the line. In lane 1, team from Hillaby Turner's Hall Primary. Lane 2, Cuthbert Moore Primary. Lane 3, Arthur Smith Primary. Lane 4, Reynold Weeks Primary. And lane 5, representing St. Joseph Primary. That's the team, that's the field of 5. Yes, we have here the team. There are 5 teams. The young ladies just getting their instructions there again. Kudos to all the officials, the starters. Sometimes they have to be there to calm the nerves of these young athletes. Some of them participating for the first time. And there, yeah, we can see them just settle in. And now they are on the starters' orders. And they're off and running. Hillaby Turner's Hall, Cuthbert Moore, Arthur Smith, Reynold Weeks, and St. Joseph Primary. As they go on into the first exchanges, St. Joseph Primary has been doing very well for the entire day. It's a good takeover. It's a very good takeover there. Also doing well, the team from Arthur Smith Primary. Hillaby Turner's Hall is coming through on the inside. Also doing well is the team from Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary. That's the Raptors, but it's St. Joseph Primary. Wow. St. Joseph Primary. Reynolds Weeks Primary. Now you see, here we go. Team also from Hillaby Turner's Hall. Here comes the young lady there from Cuthbert Moore Primary. As they come with they come to the final exchange, and it is Hillaby Turner's Hall in front. Cuthbert Moore Primary dropping the baton. Young lady just took it up and trying now to close the ground, but it might be just a bit too late. It's the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall running away with this one. Hillaby Turner's Hall victorious. She wins it now. St. Joseph Primary look as though they're going to run second. Reynold Weeks third. Then Cuthbert Moore Primary and Arthur Smith Primary. That's the way they raced in the Pediasure, the final race for the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. Coming up now would be the under 9 boys. In the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, as we have a replay of the races. I think they going to review this one.
We're going to watch it carefully.
Watch it carefully there. Seems as though there was some trouble there. Trouble here as well.
Oh, yes, I saw a baton being dropped back there.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think we had, yes, we had a young lady there that was supposed to be in lane 5. She ended up standing in lane 4. Mm-hmm. So some handovers were good. Work that the young ladies, that all the teams rather, would execute some good handovers. So up next, the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman Zone under 9 boys 4x1. St. George Primary in 1, Bay Primary in 2, St. James in 3, Charles F. Broome in 4, Trinity Academy in 5, St. Margaret's in 6, St. Mary's in 7, and Sela Primary in lane number 8. So we have the under 11s and the under 13s to go. We also have some points coming up. And of course, the young ladies are working behind the scenes to give us the victor and victrix and those who have scored the most points in each age category. So here we go. The under 9 boys. St. Mary's, they're looking good out in lane number 7. Let's watch good for the handovers. Here comes Charles F. Broome. Charles F. Broome handing over first, followed by St. Mary's. And on the outside is Sela Primary. So those are the 3 leading right now. Charles F. Broome and St. Mary's looking for the final handover now. And watch our man Liam. Yes. They will not catch him no time soon. It's all Liam for Charles F. Broome. Charles F. Broome will win it now. Second place, far behind St. George, and third, St. Mary's. Wow. And you know, something I learned when I was doing CPR, when you're counting the seconds, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. And if you do that when the first guy passes the line, that will give you an idea of how many seconds behind the next team is. But Charles F. Broome really murdering the field here in this 4x1 relay.
We move on now to the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. And this again, we have 2-time finals here. In lane number 3, team from St. Joseph Primary. Lane 4, we see All Saints Primary. Lane 5, Hillaby Turner's Hall Primary. And in lane 6, the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial Primary. So my good friend there. Yeah, so we're just taking a look. Have the lane assignments. Just want to make sure that these young men are in the correct lanes. This is the boys, the under 9 boys, and just waiting the starters, the takeovers, the respective takeovers. They have them sorted out. So So we're just getting from the track announcer, just trying to get the takeovers ready. And they're off to a clean start. St. Joseph Primary, All Saints Primary, Hillaby Turner's Hall, and Grantley Prescott Memorial. And it's the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall who's already made up the stagger. Also running well is the team from All Saints Primary. At the first exchange, it was a very clean exchange there from Hillaby Turner's Hall. Here goes All Saints Primary, traveling very well. All Saints Primary, they're doing extremely well here in the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. Is All Saints Primary. The young man just moving along, traveling well. It's going to be a very, very, very difficult task, an uphill task to catch him. Hillaby Turner's Hall is just trying to catch him again, but it is All Saints Primary. Here comes Hillaby Turner's Hall. He's trying desperately, but it is going to be a futile effort in the end. All Saints, it's all glory. Young man wins it easily. All Saints wins it. Hillaby Turner's Hall ran second. Third, the team from St. Joseph Primary. And now Grantley Prescott Memorial. So we're moving on now to the final section here. Here, just move it down. We're gonna have a team now from, here we go. We have a team in lane 3, Cuthbert Moore Primary, lane 4, Reynold Weeks Primary, lane 5, Welch's Primary, lane 6, the team from Arthur Smith Primary, and out in lane number 7, the team from Deacons Primary. They're now getting let's take over 1 is ready. We'll take over 2. They're now just getting their athletes on the track. It's been a very good day here. I can say kudos to the organizers. We had a very late yesterday afternoon, a very late evening. But usually with these events. With these events, you have some teething errors in the early stages. When we get through that, then everything goes according to plan. And today, they've shown that they've corrected whatever ills they've encountered yesterday to bring everything all on stream today. And it's now only just about 20 minutes to 4, and we are doing quite well for time. So we are still awaiting. They're not missing anything here. Just some of the children enjoying themselves. Some of them doing those little TikTok dances. You can see them in the background. Yeah. So we have lane 3, Cuthbert Moore Primary, lane 4, Reynold Weeks Primary, lane 5, Welch's Primary, lane 6, Arthur Smith Primary, and then lane number 7, Deacons Primary. We can just see here. I think takeover 1 is ready. Takeover 2 is having some challenges. But all in all, it's been a very good day here at the Usain Bolt Complex for the National Primary School Athletic Championships 2024. And it's always good to see when these events come off. And we have had a wonderful weather. We have to thank God for that. Brilliant sunshine and a nice cooling breeze. occasionally. I mean, I'm saying that when I'm in the comfort of the air condition. And if someone was to take a look to my left, you can see he is all in his jacket, as if it is winter here, but it's quite cool for me. um, just Michael, it's been a very good day, and I'm just seeing here it's taking a little time to get these 5 teams on the track, and I'm just wondering what is the problem.
Sometimes it could be a case where an athlete is missing from one of the takeover points. That could be one of the cases. We can't see what's happening over at the other takeover zones. Also, to make sure that the teams are in the correct lane. So
they're taking them off the track.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, we can tell our viewers. I think you have some points here. These are the last set of points we had. You can go through them quickly.
Yes, and it's the Pediasure Anton Norris zone in the girls. We have in 9th position, team from Cuthbert Moore Primary on 43 points, Welch's Primary 45, St. Joseph Primary 47, Grantley Prescott 48, Deacons Primary has 88 points, Arthur Smith Primary 98 points, Hillaby Turner's Hall 135 points, the team from Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary 160 points, and way out front, leading the girls, All Saints Primary with 222 points. And in the boys division, in 10th position with 16 points, Cuthbert Moore Primary. In 9th, Grantley Prescott Memorial on 22.5, Erdiston Special Unit with 26, St. Joseph Primary 45, Deacons Primary 87.5 points, Arthur Smith Primary with 93, Welch's Primary 100 points, Hillaby Turner's Hall 110 points, Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary Raptors 129 points, and out front in the boys division, All Saints Primary with 161 points. And we have here now on the track, it looks like the first of the finals for the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, and this is going to be a one straight race, one section here again. We have in lane 1, Sealer Primary, lane 2, St. Mary's Primary, lane 3, the team from Trinity Academy, lane 4, Charles F. Broome Primary, lane 5, the team from St. George Primary, lane 6, St. Margaret's Primary, lane 7, Bay Primary, and out in lane number 8, St. James Primary.
And they're chasing the Marcia Trotman zone record, 1:03.41, established last year by the St. George Primary School Lions.
So having some confusion here.
But you can see the teams who have been coached. You see them putting down tape, marking their run-ups, etc. So you know that they've been working on their handovers. You know that they've been practicing. You don't see many of the teams doing such. But once you see that, you know that these are teams that have put in the work, that they've been practicing the handovers, etc. And I know that Mr. Kelman over there at St. George Primary, he's a hard worker, extremely hard worker. You always see him with the athletes doing the work, doing what is necessary. And we see the results.
And that's what we really need. Someone who's very dedicated to these young people, and that's all we want, And they're on the starters' orders, Michael. Just waiting for someone there to just cross the track.
So,
I want to also say, Michael, it's very good to know that these parents are here today, and big up to all the parents who have made it, parents, grandparents, well-wishers who've come up to support these youngsters.
Yes, so they're off and running. Sealer, St. Mary's, Trinity, Charles F. Broome, St. George, St. Margaret's, Bay Primary, and St. James. This is the under 11 girls 4x100 meter relay, the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, and some pretty good handovers as they head down the back stretch. This is the second leg Seeing Bay Primary looking good in lane 7. Here comes Charles F. Broom as well. Let's watch the handover. Charles F. Broom in trouble. Bay Primary is gone. St. George giving chase. Sela Primary on the inside in lane number 1. St. George, Bay Primary, final handover coming up. St. George with a beautiful handover there. So it's all about speed now. St. George, Bay Primary, Sela on the inside. So it's all St. George Primary. St. George Primary is going to make some noise here. More points for them. Remember, this is only one section, so they have won it. Second will go to Bay Primary. Third will go to Sela Primary. St. George.
You know, if you were hearing a lot of hissing and so on in the background there just now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not anything that you have to be worried about. You know, we just have some individuals here just trying to hold it down, but they're really enjoying themselves here.
So here's a replay of that relay for the girls. Marcia Trotman zone Pedialyte. So we had a pretty decent handover. Not the best for St. George. However, St. George fought their way back. This is where we had problems, though, for Charles F. Broom. They had some mega problems, and I think they also caused one of the other teams a bit of bother. But up front, St. George had a wonderful handover there, and they continued all the way up to the finish. Bay Primary ended up in second position, and Sela on the inside finishing up in third position.
And now we're moving on now to the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. Again, we have two-time finals. In lane 3, the team from Cuthbert Moore Primary. Lane 4, St. Joseph Primary. Lane 5, Welch's Primary. And then in lane number 6, the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial. And you know, as we get into the older divisions, Michael, I don't think you shouldn't have any issues with these older ones. They should know their lane assignments. They should know who should be coming in. So a lot easier for these older ones. They take over. They're ready. Take over 3. The final exchange that looks as though they're ready. So we're on the.
Well, the thing is, Neil, you know, you say that they should, but if they only do it once a year, it's going to be a little difficult. So, and I always say maybe we need to look at a couple more track and field competitions. The organizers, NAPSAC and BSAC, sorry, not BSAC, NAPSAC and the Barbados Union of Teachers. You can go ahead. We'll get back to that point.
They're off and running, Michael, yes. And it's Cuthbert Moore, St. Joseph, Welch's, and Grantley Prescott Memorial, and it looks like Grantley Prescott Memorial there out front. The takeover there from Welch's Primary was pretty good. Also, St. Joseph Primary. St. Joseph Primary has been competing very well this season. They're looking very good here, but out front is Grantley Prescott Memorial. It's a beautiful takeover, and she stayed in her lane, waiting until the others have passed. And now the team from St. Joseph Primary runs into second position. So it's Grantley Primary in second. Welch's is in third, and Cuthbert Moore will have a lot of work to do as they come into the final exchange. And it is the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial striding away. Here comes St. Joseph Primary, but she will have too much work to do. It is Grantley Prescott Memorial winning this one convincingly in the end. She wins it now in second position, a long way back to St. Joseph Primary. Then came Welch's Primary, and Cuthbert Moore Primary brings up the rear.
Yes, thank you, Neil. And I was making the point, you know, I said to someone recently, if with skills, in order for you to become even better and better at a skill, you have to do it more and more. The more you do it, the better you become. And I think it's the same thing here with this sport. These athletes, some only get the opportunity to perform at NAPSAC, and they probably do it twice. Some only once. That's at their zone meet. After that, that's it. So I think we need to provide more opportunities. If we start talking about producing better athletes down the road, we need to have some more opportunities for them to be able to compete, at least the primary school level. There are few kids who join clubs, but what happens to those with talent and ability who probably may not be in a club because the schools don't have the opportunity to compete except at NAPSAC? Then that's it for those kids. So I think the NAPSAC organizing committee may want to look at having a couple of meets leading up to NAPSAC, so it would provide the schools with opportunities for the kids to, come out and get the experience of competing.
Yeah, Michael, I totally endorse everything you said there just now. These youngsters really need it. And again, I can speak to some of the rural schools in Barbados. It's very difficult that we have teams like Sela Primary, St. Joseph Primary, and so on. They have some difficulties, probably running on these big tracks for the first time. So we have here on the track the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall in Lane 2, Lane 3, Randall Weeks Primary, Lane 4, Deacons Primary, Lane 5, Arthur Smith Primary, and in Lane number 6, the team from All Saints Primary. And All Saints Primary seems to have gone out to a commanding lead early. It's a good takeover. Also a very good takeover from Deacons Primary. We also see a team from Reynolds Weeks Primary as All Saints Primary is up front. So another pretty good takeover. A little fumble there from the team from Arthur Smith. This allows the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall to get into the race, as they are now going to come into the picture. And it's the final takeover. Mengal. Remember, this is the young lady from earlier today. Yes, she's in front. Mengal. Michael Mengal from the team from All Saints Primary. She has Lauren, the young lady from Hillaby Turner's Hall, in second. And in third position, the team from Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary, the Raptors. And they ran into third position. That's the race for the final race in the Pediashore Anton Norris zone in the under 11 girls division.
So we are winding things down here. That time on the scoreboard, 103.55. We have the under 11 boys to go. One section in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. And then we move to the under 13s.
So you've been getting these one races all the time.
Yeah.
They've reverted. Is this really one? This is one race. This is the under 11s.
Yes, under 11 boys. So they're chasing a time of 101.53, the zone record. And we'll see a full lineup. St. Mary's in 1, Charles F. Broome in 2, Bay Primary in 3, Elliott Belgrave in 4, St. James Primary in lane 5, Sela Primary in lane 6, and lane number 7 will be St. Margaret's, and at the top, St. George Primary in lane 8. So a full field going in the under 11 boys 4x1.
Yes, Michael.
And Neil, just to hit back at the point you're making, even if we talk about rural schools, what can happen then? Maybe the schools can come together and do something like just not necessarily a championship meet, but I remember when I was at Lodge School, Coleridge and Parry, St. George, those schools would come and we would have like a triangular meet.
So that's at the secondary level. But we're now looking at the primary level. It's still a challenge. I know before.
I am going to disagree with you because I'm going to say if we want things to happen, we can make things happen.
Yes, and
that's my.
I agree
right? I think we cannot keep having excuses in order to stop things from happening. They can happen if we are serious about it. If we want things to progress.
And I think that's the problem, Michael. I think that we make sport at sports in Barbados.
Yes.
Throughout.
It can happen.
I mean it in athletics, football, cricket, every discipline. We are not committed. And I can say that from at the highest level.
You know, and I made the point about bringing bringing, I think we talked about this, about bringing your team here. Now, if you get the parents involved, if you get the community involved, you can bring the kids down here Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Bring the kids to the stadium a Sunday afternoon, walk them around the track, show them all the different areas. It can be done.
I agree with you there, you know, and as I said, it's parental involvement as well. And I see. I mean, I get very passionate about this. My people around me know how I feel about track and field, about sports in general. Sports really, it's a leveler. You know, people talking about we focus a lot on the academics,
Yes.
right? And we don't take sports seriously. I know I may get in a bit of trouble for this one, but you saw what happened in the BSAC. I really was very, very impressed with team from Princess Margaret.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, and
Well.
you know, yeah, they're standing. Team from Princess Margaret, Aline School.
Yes,
You know,
Aline finished
they
third.
did very well.
Yes.
and I mean kudos to them. You know, and oh Mike, I try not to get too hot about it.
Don't worry, we'll continue the discussion off here as well. St. Mary's, Charles F. Broome, Bay Primary, Elliott Belgrade, St. James, Selah, St. Margaret, St. George Primary. All the teams here fighting for those crucial points here. St. George is in a good position. Here comes Charles F. Broome in lane number 2. And St. George in a good position to probably be in the top 2 overall in the zone. So they will need to win. A good hand over there. That looks like Dondre Jack there running that third leg. I think his grandfather will be more than happy. Yes. So Charles F. Broome, they're coming along. Final handover, Charles F. Broome. Here comes Bay Primary on the outside. It's St. George Primary. And these two are battling. Charles F. Broome. This guy is running a scorcher of a leg here. They won't catch him. Charles F. Broome will be victorious. Bay Primary in second. And a close one there for third between St. George and Selah Primary. Oh, yes. Yes, they are. Every point will count. So a great run there from those teams. The under 11 boys looking really good there. We'll await the time. 101.53, the record, the zone record. So we're getting closer and closer to the end. We have the Anton Norris zone under 11 boys coming up with 2 sections. And then we go into the under 13 girls and boys. And that will conclude our second day of keen competition here at the Chafet Frosties National Primary Schools Athletic Championships for 2024.
Michael, and let me just continue. I mean, this is really. I'm telling you, Mike. I get really hot under the collar with this because, like, for example, the way how secondary schools could organize certain things. The primary schools have to get consent from the Ministry of Education in order to organize and host certain things. So if we don't get that support, I know I may get in some trouble, but you know what? Somebody has to say it. We have to get serious about these things.
Yes, you know,
you understand? You can get the secondary schools may be able. They have a lot more leeway to do things, but it is not. I mean, if the primary schools want to do certain things, we have to go through a lot of red tape.
Yes,
and that should not be right now in 2024, Mike. I know, boy, and I.
But I am saying to you that, and that's why I said we need to get the involvement of parents. We have to get the involvement of the parent-teacher associations, the communities, etc. They all have to rally around each other.
But they have to be serious about it.
Yes, everybody has to be on the same page.
You know, see, you were talking about. Okay, here we go. So the NAPSAC. In terms of sports,
it's a national. This is a national event
of the common entrance.
Yes.
So let's say that we have that. We put that out there. NAPSAC is the equivalent of the common entrance, right? the Barbados Secondary School entrance
Yes.
examination. We come here, we support, we cheer and everything here for this one day for these individuals.
Yes.
You know, for the common entrance, it's an island-wide thing.
Yes,
You know,
just
Mike,
like
and
this
I-
should be.
Oh my! As we have here now, Deacons Primary in Lane 2, All Saints Primary Lane 3, Welch's Primary in Lane 4, Erdison Special School in Lane 5, and Lane 6 Hillaby Turner's Hall. After they're now going on to the first exchange, and it is Hillaby Turner's Hall in front. Welch's Primary closing ground on the inside, but it is the team of Hillaby Turner's Hall already out front and doing a lot of damage. Welch's Primary in second. Coming through on the inside is a team from All Saints Primary. What a takeover there by the team from the team at Hillaby Turner's Hall. Coming through on the inside, Deacons Primary looking to close the ground, and he's doing that quite well. But it is the team from Hillaby Turner's Hall with the final exchange. Hillaby Turner's Hall. Here he comes. Inside on the inside. The team from Deacons Primary. Deacons Primary just closing ground with every stride. Deacons Primary and Hillaby Turner's Hall. But it is Hillaby Turner's Hall. No, on the inside. The team from Deacons Primary winning it. Deacons Primary won that one quite well in the end. Hillaby Turner's Hall ran on to be second.
That was a great leg from that anchor for Deacons Primary.
Oh, yes,
because
Deacons Primary.
if you really looked at it, Hillaby Turner saw received the baton before Deacons Primary, but that lad, he ran a magnificent anchor leg,
fantastic.
and that's what you need. You need guys to finish strong. So I'm seeing a flash time there of 104.5.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll see what that next team will do here, as there are two sections coming up. A replay here on your screen now of that race, and we had some teams having a little bit of problems here, right here at this handover. Welch's had some problems, but if you watch, see, they're right there. Hillaby Turner's Hall, they had the baton first, but Deacons, that final leg, he was magnificent.
Excellent run there. And now we are now on to the second of these two-time finals in lane number 2, team from Cuthbert Moore Primary. Lane 3, St. Joseph Primary. Lane 4, Reynold Weeks Primary. Lane 5, the team from Arthur Smith Primary. And out in lane number 6, the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial Primary. As they're waiting now the takeovers, and they're down on the starters' orders. Oh, and they just had to stand there. As we are taking a look there, they're now on the starters' orders again. And they're off now to a very good start. Cuthbert Moore Primary, St. Joseph Primary, Reynold Weeks Primary, Arthur Smith Primary, and Grantley Prescott Memorial. And it's a good clean start, a good run here, a good takeover there from the young man from Arthur Smith Primary. Oh, they seem to be running out of lane. About 2 or 3 of them running in the same lane, Michael. Oh, whoa. Team here from Reynold Weeks Primary now handing over first. And he goes off. Now taking over there the team from Arthur Smith, Grantley Prescott Memorial. So the race is on. I know the officials will have to have some work to be done. And it is Reynold Weeks and Arthur Smith. It looks like Arthur Smith is up front. Reynold Weeks is trying to close ground here. Arthur Smith, Reynold Weeks. But Arthur Smith will get home. Team from Arthur Smith will win this one. Reynold Weeks ran into second. And Grantley Prescott Memorial third. St. Joseph Primary and Cuthbert Moore Primary. Well, but Michael, at one stage we had 2 athletes
in the same
lane. So we'll see what the officials will do.
Okay, so we are done and dusted with the under 11s. The under 13s coming up next. Should have about 8 races remaining.
Let's see if the replay here. Let's see. Well, you can see it was Brantley Prescott and Arthur Smith running in the same lane at one point in time. Then this young man here seemed as though he was just outside of the zone.
Well, our job is to call it, and the job of the officials is to officiate it. Yes, I'm sure they're going to be seeing something different than we are seeing up here. So 2 sections coming up in the under 13 girls 4x1. The Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone.
No, I think there's a little change here.
Oh, I think what's happening. Remember earlier there was a race that they had pulled the guys off the track.
Yeah.
I think it was under 9
boys.
Yes.
Because I'm seeing Welch's primary here. Arthur Smith, Reynold Weeks.
Okay, so let's look at the under 9 boys. Go back here. And let's see which one this could be. Reynold Weeks, I'm hearing. Okay, so here we go with this one. St. Joseph Primary in 2, Cuthbert Moore in 3. They're not there. Reynold Weeks in 4, Welch's Primary in 5, Arthur Smith in 6, Deacons in 7. Okay.
Yeah. This is the under 9 boys. This is the second of the 2-time finals in the
This is the Anton Norris zone.
Norris zone, yes.
Okay.
The Pediasure Anton Norris zone.
So it's just St. Joseph Primary, Reynold Weeks, Welch's, Arthur Smith, and Deacons.
Yes, and
so remember, we have some points to give to our viewers, so don't go for our viewers. We have some points for you. These will not be the final points, but we'll be able to give you some points. And we also have, this will be the real thing, the Victor and Victrix Ludorm, as well as the division champions, because those have already been decided since the 150 finished. Those were the last set of individual events. So they're on the starters' orders. I think this is your call.
Yes, it is. Michael, I'm there. Just a little anxious to go. That's lane 2, St. Joseph Primary. They're down, they're ready on the starters' orders, and away they go. St. Joseph Primary, Reynold Weeks Primary, Welch's, Arthur Smith, and Deacons Primary. And out front, this is the 4x1 100 meters for the under 9 boys. And it looks like the team from Deacons Primary and Arthur Smith again, Michael, 2 young men running in the same lane. Oh, let's see how this is going to work out. Wow. Deacons Primary, they were wrong in the wrong lanes. Welch's Primary, yes. Then we have here the team now from Reynold Weeks Primary. So it's Welch's Primary and Reynold Weeks Primary. These two, I don't think they were involved in the chaos there just now. It's Welch's Primary and Reynold Weeks as they come off the bend for the final time here in the under 9 division. It is Welch's Primary and the team from Gladiola Reynold Weeks Primary. The Raptors, the young man looks across the shoulder, sticks out his tongue. Had time for that. And he's going to win this one. He gears down. Wow. Talk about showboating or confidence, Mike. This young man from Reynold Weeks, he's just very confident there as he got home in front of the team from Welch's Primary. 108-38 was this flash time. And we're now going to go on to the girls, the senior girls, the under 13 girls, as we take a look at the replay. And we can see Arthur Smith is in lane 6 and 7, and in lane 6. And And I want you to take a look at this. Two white boys here. Look, you see. So he is in the wrong lane. So they're not sure. You know. So.
Yes, I think he ran in lane 6, but his teammate was in lane 7. We see that occurring a couple of times. So again, as we said, as we get lower down in the divisions, it's a little more difficult. So the under 13 girls, Marcia Trotman Zone, sponsored by Pedialyte. St. Mary's, they're in lane 3, and 4 is Sela. Lane 5, St. James, and lane 6, Elliott Belgrave. 4 teams going 101.14. That's the record for this zone set by Bay Primary. 101.14. And we'll see if we're able to see a flash time once the race is done.
Let's hope. You know, I always like these robust discussions, you know, Mike, because a lot of our viewers and so on, they don't really hear, you know, the different perspectives, you know, and especially how passionate you feel about sports in Barbados.
Oh yes. Yes, there are some persons who are extremely passionate when it comes to sport. However, I think most of the time the persons who have the wherewithal to make things happen unfortunately don't seem to have that passion. So here we go with our first section, under 13 girls 4x1. I'm hearing a number of, and again, so these athletes should know once they hear a second gun, what does that mean? Yeah. Instead of running on, they should know exactly what it means. Yeah. So we still got some work to do in terms of educating, and that's part of coaching. It's part of teaching, and as you said, it's part of education, because education is not just the academic, strict academic.
That is what I need them to understand.
Right. So here we go. St. Mary's, Sela, St. James, Elliott Belgrave. St. Mary's, they're looking good. Looking at the first handover. Good one from St. Mary's. Yes. Heading down the back stretch. On the outside, Elliott Belgrave. Here comes Sela. St. Mary's on the outside. Oh my. She's gone into the wrong lane. She should not be running in lane 2. Well, the judges will deal with that. The officials will deal with that. So St. Mary's Primary. Getting ready for the final handover. And here we go. So this is the young lady who needs to do some work on lifting those knees. Yes. If those knees could just come up a little more, that will give her more extension of her stride. Right now she can't extend her stride. However, she gets home. St. Mary's. And here comes St. James in second. Elliott Belgrave and Sela Primary. So that's the first of 2 sections. Yes, Neil, there's so much we can discuss and talk about when it comes to sports. Here's a replay. And first handover, St. Mary's, they had a wonderful handover, I must say.
Yeah, they were really running well. And
coming down, here. So there goes the young lady right into lane number 2. And handing over during lane 3. And as you can see, if this young lady would just get those knees up and get some extension, her strides will be even way longer.
Way longer.
Yes. So second section here, ready to go. Lane 3, we have Trinity Academy. Lane 4, St. George Primary. Lane 5, Bay Primary. Lane 6, Charles F. Broome. And lane 7, St. Margaret's. So I believe we'll be looking at the anchor leg. We'll go to Warner Franklin.
Warner Franklin.
So here we go. Off and running. Trinity, St. George, Bay Primary, Charles F. Broom, who has made the stagger on the athlete from St. Margaret's. Let's watch the handovers. Beautiful one from St. George. Bay Primary have dropped the baton. They'll have some work to do here. If St. George can just hold on for about 6 to 8 strides, they could be in the money. But watch out for Warner Franklin, who will be running, probably running that anchor leg. There we see another one going over in lane number 2. Got to watch out for that. So our final leg, St. George. Oh, my goodness, they've opened a gap. And I think St. George will seal this. Here comes Warner Franklin. St. George, Charles F. Broom. St. George, Charles F. Broom. St. George. St. George is going to hold on. St. George will take it. Charles F. Broom in second. Trinity Academy, they will finish in third position.
Yes. I think the young lady, that's Malter.
Yes. Jarika.
Jarika.
Yes.
And she ran that ankle leg there for St. George.
Beautiful. 1:00.60 the time for that team. Pretty decent time. Yes. So now we look at the final handover. Sorry, the final relay.
Yes.
Under 13 girls.
That's the replay that they're on the monitor.
Yes, the under 13 boys are coming up. I have 2 sections coming.
This is for the Anton Norris, the Pediasure Anton Norris.
So Marcia Trotman with 2 sections, as well as Anton Norris with 2 sections. So just a replay there of that 4x1 for the under 13 girls. Coming up next, so we have 4 races remaining. I'm seeing girls on the line here.
Yes, this is the Anton Norris zone here for the under 13 girls. Looks like lane 1 we have a team from Grantley Prescott Memorial. Lane 1 is a team from Deacons Primary. The colors are very close. So we have Deacons Primary in lane 1, Grantley Prescott Memorial in lane 2. In lane 3, team from Reynold Weeks. That's Gladiola Reynold Weeks Primary Raptors. In lane 3, All Saints in lane 4. In lane 5, St. James Primary. Lane 6, Hillaby Primary. In lane 7, Arthur Smith Primary. And out in lane number 8, the team from Welch's Primary. So Hillaby is in lane 6. Lane 5, St. Joseph Primary. All Saints Primary is in lane 4. So we have 1, 2, 3. All Saints is in 4. Lane 5, St. Joseph Primary. The young ladies, they're raising their hands as they acknowledge when their schools are called. Hillaby Turner's Hall is in lane 6. Lane 7, team from Arthur Smith Primary. Just getting, we can hear the track announcer just calling them out again. Yes, they're getting themselves sorted out. Lane 7, Arthur Smith Primary. And then lane number 8, the team from Welch's Primary. So this is going to be this is one section here for this one. For the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. Under starters orders. And away they go. Deacons Primary, Grantley Prescott Memorial, Reynold Weeks, All Saints, St. Joseph, Hillaby Turner's Hall, Arthur Smith, and Welch's Primary. At the first exchange, it looks like the team from Arthur Smith Primary with a very good takeover. Coming through on the inside, the team from All Saints Primary doing well. Hillaby Turner's Hall is also doing well. Also in contention is St. Joseph Primary. Here's the next takeover, the second takeover, and it is Arthur Smith Primary doing very well. Arthur Smith Primary traveling very well. Here comes Hillaby Turner's Hall as well. They're coming out to the final exchange. Let's see what's happening, and the action coming out through from on the inside. In lane 2, team from Grantley Prescott Memorial doing well. Down the stretch they come, and it is Arthur Smith in front. The team from Arthur Smith Primary will win it. She wins it now. All Saints did very well to close a lot of ground, and Grantley Prescott Memorial, they look as though they topped out the top 3. There is a very, very good run there by the team from All Saints, from Arthur Smith Primary. All Saints ran second according to the flash time. Yeah, 59.78. It's a lot quicker than the other.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's for sure. So now we have here.
We're ready for the boys now?
Yes, we're ready for the boys.
Okay, so the under 13 boys, they have 2 sections. This is the Marcia Trotman zone, 57.75. That's the time to beat.
Now looking at the replay, Mike.
So
Here we see Arthur Smith with a good takeover. Also having a good takeover with the team from Grantley Prescott Memorial. And All Saints. All Saints made up a lot of ground here in this final exchange. Arthur Smith had already gone on, but All Saints closed well to be second. Grantley Prescott third. And Hillaby Turner's Hall on to be fourth.
So we are on track for the first of 2 sections in the 4x1 for the under 13 boys. Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. In lane number 2, St. George Primary. In lane 4, Sela Primary. Lane 5, St. Mary's. And lane 6, St. Margaret's.
Yes, Mike, and we are now coming. It's a good way to finish the day's proceedings here. These relays.
Oh, yes.
Great competition throughout the day. We're going to see these young men here for the final time.
And we're going to ask our viewers not to go anywhere. We still, after the relays, we'll give you the points for the various zones who are the division champions, the victor and victrix, the dorm. And by then, the young lady should have calculated, well, not them, the computer will be doing the tabulation of the points. We are way past those days of having a table drawn up and you have all the names of the schools and you have the points and you do that manually. We are past those days, way past. So once we get all of that information, we'll share it with you. And we invite you also to view the closing ceremony where the deserving athletes will be presented with their trophies, as well as the champion boys and girls schools from the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone and the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. So they're on their marks now. St. George Primary in 2, Sela in 4, St. Mary's in 5, and St. Margaret's in 6. There we go. St. Mary's immediately making up that stagger on St. Margaret's. They have had some pretty good performances, I must say. St. Mary's, here they go. Heading down the back stretch. St. George with some work to do. Here comes St. Mary's. Looking for a lovely handover. They got it. Here comes St. George. St. Mary's still holding on. These are the third legs here. St. Mary's holding on to that lead. St. George. Sela Primary fighting. Final handover. St. Mary's. I don't think They will catch this lad. We've seen him in action. Yes, it's over and done. I think St. Mary's have it signed, sealed, and delivered. St. Mary's will take this first section. St. George will finish in second. Third will go to Sealer Primary. And here comes St. Margaret's Primary. So a great run from the team from St. Mary's Primary. And we'll see if we can get a flash time. Remember, they're chasing a record of 57.75. We're saying that's 58 point.
80, but that was for the second team. I think that was more for the second team.
So just a replay of that relay. A so-so handover. And seeing them heading down the back stretch. Pretty good handover from St. George as well. And that was about 2 to 3 strides ahead. I remember having a coach saying you want to have about five strides or so ahead of your competition in the relay.
Wow.
Yes. So we are ready now for our second handover. Saying good afternoon to Michael Abu World.
Yes, that team from Sealer Primary.
Yes.
Doing very, very well here. I saw him try to chase down some athlete earlier. I hope that he has something to rub anoint him down tonight when he gets home.
So our second section here in the under 13 boys, St. James Primary in lane 3, Bay Primary in 4, Charles F. Broome in 5, Trinity Academy in 6, and Elliot Belgrave in 7. But I think, though, seriously, not because he's my friend or anything, but we must find some time to chat with people like Michael Abu World, because he's been in track and field for a very long time, represented the country, into coaching, etc. And it would be good to hear his perspective. Now we've had some discussions, several discussions concerning track and field, and I hope we can find some time. Think we'll have some time during the finals. We won't have this many heats, and we'll be able to put aside about 5 minutes or so to have some good conversation. So it seems as though Sealer is going to be in the top 3. Don't know if he'll be satisfied with that, but being in the top 3 is very good for a school with a role of I know it's a small role for sure.
Small role,
yes.
If it's
and the thing is, I think once you begin to believe in yourself, you look at a school like Good Shepherd. Good Shepherd, they used to factor a bit, but once they started to realize, we could win, and they won. I mean, they did the double again. So this is the second year that Good Shepherd has done the double in the zone. So once a school gets to that point, then they move away from zone level and start thinking if maybe we can look at assaulting the NAPSAC championship.
Well, Michael, you see, it's all about self-belief in every school. It's whether it is sports, academics, the arts, everything. As long as you have something to celebrate, it lifts the school.
Of course.
And these are some of the things that we have to understand.
Look at St. Leonard's boys, for example.
Yeah, I mean, St. Leonard's boys, they're traditional powerhouses in football.
Yes.
Remember their language
club, yes.
Choir.
Yes, their choir.
So it brings something to these. So they have to. People have to understand it is more than just going to school.
Yes.
We talk about the common mere spirit, but that is something that is ingrained in us from the time we
step through the
doors at Waterford.
And I will
Lord School.
Yes.
And Harrison College. They know we have that. And as I said, it's not only academics. Look here, you have Springer Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Every young lady wanted to go to Springer, want to go to Springer because it is all about the belief. You know, so it goes a long way, and Abu will have to, you know, he has the self belief in the children at Sela Primary.
Yes, for sure. But we will definitely find the time to have that conversation with him. There's some other folks that would be good to, you know, sit down and have a conversation. And maybe we should look at some kind of forum. Maybe NAPSAC needs to look at the possibility of having some kind of forum, a kind of discussion where, you know, we can discuss these points and maybe look to find some solutions to the problems and see how we can change some things. So here we go. St. James, Bay Primary, Charles F. Broome, Trinity Academy, Elliott Belgrave. These are the teams lining up for the under-13 boys in the Marcia Trotman zone. And we're really winding down here. Beautiful handover from Trinity Academy. Must say that. They looked impressive there. And here comes Bay Primary. Bay Primary doing well. Yes. So here we go. Bay Primary still at it. They're looking good. So Bay Primary. So far, Bay Primary, not the best of handovers there at all. That final handover, not the best. But here comes Bay Primary spinning out the turn. And Charles F. Broome giving chase. Trinity Academy as well. Can Bay Primary hold on for the win? Trinity Academy on the outside. Trinity is going to take it. Will there? Oh, yes, Trinity. Trinity takes it from Charles F. Broome. And Bay Primary finishing up in third. So that will do it for the Marcia Trotman zone. That will be the final event of the Marcia Trotman zone. And coming up, your two events for the not Elliott Belgrave. What am I thinking about? Anton Norris zone. Yes. I think I was looking at the mind works in a funny way because I was looking at the Elliott Belgrave uniform. Yes. It's amazing how the mind works.
Oh, definitely, Michael.
Yes. Michael Abu Worrell is hearing us. And he dropped a comment about the need for a relay competition as well. And I think that's very important, yes. So we were talking about having competitions outside of just NAPSAC. And that could be one.
Definitely.
A relay championship could be one of those competitions. I totally agree with that. This was the blanket finisher that we were talking about, yes. So
Trinity
got home from Charles F. Broome.
Yeah, and we are moving on now. And I endorse that comment there from Abu. On the line here we have Welch's Primary, Grantley Prescott, All Saints Primary, Reynold Weeks, and Erdison Special School. 5 teams competing in the first section here, and they're off and running a pretty good start. Welch's Primary, Grantley Prescott, All Saints, Reynold Weeks, and Erdison Special School, as All Saints has already made up the stagger. Beautiful handover, and they have gone on. They're running well. That's a team from All Saints. The young man is just establishing a good lead here as he goes to the next takeover. Oh, very good takeover there. All Saints, the young man is very pleased with the takeover there. That's a very good one again. Coming through on the outside of them is a team from Reynold Weeks Primary, but it is all over. Yes, the young man Amar. They're not going to catch him today, tomorrow. They will have to actually start now. Again, if they want to try it, start last week. There's this young man. He is going to pull away. Wins it now for All Saints Primary. Wins it now. Very, very tight there for the Erdison Special School and Reynold Weeks Primary. That's a very good run there. By the Erdison Special School. They've been really doing very well this today especially. So we can say kudos to the trainer. It's a time of 56.75. That's a flash time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Pretty decent for those guys. So under 13 boys, 4x1, Anton Norris zone. So one race remaining, Neil. One race, and we've done pretty well with the time.
4:30 today. Yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday at this time, I think we were getting ready to start
The relays.
or something like that. you know.
Yeah, some great work. As I said, we have to give kudos to the officials. If any officials are listening, kudos to you for your great work today to pull things together. I was impressed with how the sections were lined up and ready to go one after the other. Our final race here. Go ahead, Neil.
Go on. In lane 7, Cuthbert Moore Primary. Lane 6, Arthur Smith Primary. Lane 5, St. Joseph. Lane 4, Deacons Primary. And in lane 3, the team from Hillby Turner's Hall Primary. And they're off to a good, clean start. And in lane number 6, the team from Arthur Smith Primary has already made up the stagger. A beautiful takeover there by Cuthbert Moore Primary. And it is Arthur Smith Primary really, really running well. The team from Cuthbert Moore is also running well, but it is all out front. That's the team from Arthur Smith Primary. They're really running well. I'm not sure if the others are going to catch this young man. I don't think so. Not today. It is Arthur Smith Primary. They're going to seal the deal here in the final event of the day. It's the under 13 boys 4x100 meters going to Arthur Smith Primary. Running second was the team from Hillby Turner's Hall. Cuthbert Moore Primary ran into third. That's the way we've seen the races for the day here at the Usain Bolt Complex. It is NAPSAC 2024, the curtain event.
Yes, Neil. So as we watch the replay of that event, we can start preparing to let our viewers know who are the. Think this is yours and you have mine. There we go. So we had quite a number of records going today. We're going to try to inform you of those records. So while we prepare for the awards presentation, etc., Neil, quite a number of records fell today, and we're going to try to highlight these. The girls' high jump open, Serena Hope of St. George, she had a 1.27 meter jump, so that's a new record. We should also note that Alexis Green, she broke the old record, which was 1.10 meters. She jumped 1.20 meters. And Deidreanne Headley of Charles F. Broad tied the old record, which was 1.10. However, our new record holder, Serena Hope of St. George, 1.27 meters. So that's one record. Then in the under 13 girls 400 meters, Kaya Warner Franklin of Trinity Academy, 106.00. Shatanaya Straker Eiffel of Bay Primary, 2:02:37. A new record in the girls open 600 meters. Romario Howell of St. Mary's, new record in the under 7 boys 50 meter dash, 9.27 seconds. And Liam Howard Niles from Charles F. Broome, our guy in the under 9 boys 80 meters, a new record 12.01 seconds. We also had a new record established in the boys 800 meters. Rafney Lovell of St. George Primary, 2:45:85. and that's in the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. So we had both 800-meter records fell. So in both zones. And Lovell also had a record in the 400 meters for under 13s, 1:07.77. So he set two records, as well as our man from Hillaby Turner's Hall Primary that we'll get to. Shakari Nash from Bay Primary in the under 11 boys 300 meters, 49.50. That's a new mark. Then we look at the 100-meter dash under 9 boys. Liam Howard Niles from Charles F. Broome, 15.10. So that's 2 records for him. Kaya Warner Franklin of Trinity Academy, 14.04 seconds in the under 13 girls 100. And Jazzer Moore of St. Mary's, 13.21 in the under 13 boys 100 meters. Yes, remember that big guy from St. Mary's. We also had Josiah Greenidge of Trinity Academy, 26.81 in the under 9 girls 150. Jace McLean of Charles F. Broome, 30.51. New record in the under 11 boys 200 meters. And Jazzer Moore, he also, so he set 2 marks in the 1 and the 2 in the 227.61. So we have some names here to look at. And we will see this happening with those new zones because they are new. You can see the records will be going, let's say the first 3 years or so, then things will calm down, and then you will get an outstanding athlete who will come and, shatter some records. Liam Howard Niles, another record in the 150, 23.31. And Damani Broome of Sela Primary in the under 11 boys 100 meters, 14.57. So those, a good set of records falling today, and kudos to those athletes for breaking those records. Go ahead and tell us who are your outstanding males and females in the various divisions for that zone.
Okay, here, and this is in the under 7 division. Here we have the champion boy. This is in the female division, the girls. We have the outstanding champion here is Lachey Clark Cumberbatch from Hillaby Turner's Hall with 18 points. As we're taking a look here, there's something happening here. All right. And then in the boys, there's a runoff here. I think there's a runoff here, Michael. There's a young lady here from St. Mary's. But we were not sure what was going on there, but there was a runoff.
Yes.
There.
Well, we will need to find out exactly what. So, in the ladies, and that is going to affect. So I don't think we need to read off anything as yet, because that's going to have an effect on that girls championship. So we will need to know exactly what was the age group and why that runoff had to take place. We don't know that as yet, but I don't see any records being broken in the relays. No indication that the relays were records. We just have the winners of the relays. All Saints Primary winning the under 9 girls. All Saints Primary winning the under 9 boys. All Saints Primary winning the under 11 girls. So that's mega points for All Saints. That's actually 60 points.
Not as if they really needed it. I mean,
then Arthur Smith winning the under 11 boys relay. This is a 4x1. Arthur Smith winning the under 13 girls 4x1 relay. Arthur Smith winning the under 13 boys 4x100 meter relays. All Saints were the winners in the girls medley relay, and Hillaby Turner's Hall winning the boys medley relay. So all those are the points from the Anton Norris zone. Wow.
Well, Michael,
I think you're safe to do the under 13s and the under 11s and the under 7s. I believe those girls look as though they could be under 9s.
Well, okay. Well, let me give you the points in the champions, I should say, coming from the under 9 division. Well, I'll leave the under 9 division here to Lisa Small with 23 points. She was victorious there. In the boys, the under 9 boys, hailing from Reynold Weeks Primary with 30 points, Nathaniel Whitaker. And the under 11 girls, hailing from All Saints Primary with 30 points, Amika Mangal. And in the under 11 boys, from Deacons Primary, Jay Sean Howell. In the under 13 girls category, with 30 points, from All Saints Primary, Najeda Phillips. And in the under 13 boys, the boys champion here would be young Natari Levine of Hillaby Turner's Hall. And those are the divisional winners. That's from the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. The under 7 girls looks like Lachey Clark Cumberbatch with 18 points. And in the under 7 boys, Draco Stewart of Welch's Primary with 23 points. So you're pretty much up to date with your divisional champions according to coming into the finals. Those are the final events, individual events on the program. You've had your record breakers, as now the medal presentations.
And
Both
just
zones will continue.
And before that goes, I think actually what we will do, we will break here and we will join the coverage from the infield so that you guys will have the chance to hear what's happening over there, and we will come back and finish up once that ceremony is done.
Present for the under 7 boys and girls division, under 9 boys and girls, under 11 boys and girls, and under 13.
Yes, mister. Hello? Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
Jak szaleć, to szaleć i tak będę siedziała w tym pół godziny, więc niech wniosek też skorzystają. Przy okazji nie mam ćwiczyć jego twarzy, nie zaszkodzi. Myślę, że odnalazłabym się teraz liczyć w ogóle. Co się dzieje? Coś wspaniałego. Polecam. Dobra.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to beg for your indulgence. We're trying to get the points as possible so we make sure that everyone is spoken for properly. Apologize for the delay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now have business. We are back in business. These results are as follows for the under 7 division. We're now going to ask Mr. Bascom to step forward. He will present the individual champions for the respective age divisions. In third position, from Charles F. Broome, Shalisa Nightingale with 16 points. In second position, with 17 points, from Sela Primary, Miracle Moore, and your champion under 7 female, under 7 girl, I beg your pardon, with 28 points from a second. From Bay Primary School, Nazaria Curtin Brathwaite. This is for the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. We're now on to the boys. In third position, from Bay Primary, with 15 points, Zaire Flats. We have a tie for first. Both of these athletes amassed 16 points for their schools. You have Janier Robinson Aline and Keegan Motley. Robinson Aline is from St. George Primary and Keegan Motley from Sela. We're now on to the under 9 division. We have a three-way tie, believe it or not, for second. In the girls, all these athletes amass 18 points. From Charles F. Broome, Khaleesi Marshall. From Sela Primary, Kania Moore. From St. George Primary, Cassidy Coward. And your champion under 9 girl from Trinity Academy with 22 points, Jazia Greenwich. Well done. We are now on to the boys. This was fairly contested. In third position, from Charles F. Broome with 23 points, Teelan Yard. In second position, also from Charles F. Broome with 24 points, Tegan Yard. And your champion under 9 boy with 30 points, also from Charles F. Broome, Liam Howard Niles. We're now on to the under 11 divisions. In third position, with 18 points from the Bay Primary School, Kishani Trotman. In second, from St. George Primary with 22 points, Janaya Aline. And also from St. George Primary with 30 points, Azaria Toppin. On to the boys under 11. We have a tie for third. Both of these athletes representing the Bay Primary School with 20 points, Tyreek Wilkinson and Shakari Nash. In second position from Charles F. Broome with 23 points, Jace McLean. And your champion under 11 boy from Sealer Primary with 24 points, Damani Broome. We're now on to the big boys and the big girls. We're going to start with the girls first. We have a tie for second. Both of these athletes represent the St. George Primary School, St. George Lions. They amassed 24 points for their school. We have Ijarika Mounter and Serena Hope. And your champion, under 13 girl from Trinity Academy with 30 points is none other than Kaya Warner Franklin. On to the boys. There is a tie for third. Both of these athletes amassed 20 points for their respective schools. Jessa Moore from St. Mary's and Keyshawn Atkins of Bay Primary. 1 point separates second and first. These athletes both represent the St. George Primary School, Mackay Greenwich and Rafney Lovell. Mackay Greenwich is in second with 24 points, and your champion under 13 boy, Rafney Lovell. St. George Primary. Thank you, Mr. Bascom. At this time, I'm going to ask Miss Shari Cumberbatch of Pedialyte and Pediasure to step forward. Miss Cumberbatch is going to present the Victor and Victrix Ludorum Awards for both zones. Here are your top athletes for today's event for the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone. 3-way tie third. All these athletes would have amassed 24 points for their respective schools. These athletes are Tegan Yard of Charles F. Broome, Mackay Greenwich of St. George, Damani Broome of Sealer Primary. In second position, from St. George Primary with 25 points, Rafney Lovell. Your champion boy for the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone, your Victor Ludorum, is none other than Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome. He amassed 30 points for his school. We're now on to the girls. In third position, with 28 points, from the Bay Primary School, Nazaria Curtin Brathwaite. We have a tie for first. Both of these athletes would have amassed 30 points for their respective schools. And these athletes represent Trinity Academy and St. George Primary, Azaria Toppin of St. George Primary, and Kaya Warner Franklin of Trinity Academy. Well done, young ladies and young men. Now I have the final points for you in both the male and females. In ninth position, these are the girls in ninth position. With 25 points from Elliot Belgrave. Eighth position goes to St. Margaret's Primary with 27. Seventh position goes to St. Mary's with 76. Sixth position goes to St. James Primary with 88. Fifth position goes to Trinity Academy with 116. Fourth position goes to Sela Primary with 139. We're now on to the top three. In third position, with 144 points, Bay Primary School. In second position, with 232 points, Charles F. Broome. And your champion school in the girls, the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman zone for NAPSAC 2024 is none other than St. George Primary, the St. George Lions with 259. This trophy is presented by our zone icon, Mr. Anton Norris. Well done to St. George Primary winning the girls. We're now on to the boys. In 10th position, beyond the box, 2 points. In 9th, Elliot Belgrave, 26. In 8th position, Trinity Academy, 42. In 7th position, St. Margaret's Primary, 45. In 6th position, St. James Primary, 75.5. In 5th position, St. Mary's, 119. In 4th position, Sela Primary, 141. We are now on to the big three. In 3rd position, Bay Primary, 199. In 2nd position, St. George Primary, 232. And your champion school in the boys with 248.5 points, Charles F. Broom.
What are we, boys?
Yeah.
Jeremy, you go stop from the
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to the Pediasure Anton Norris zone. You are now on to the under 7 division. In 3rd position from All Saints Primary, Delisha Robinson. She amassed 15 points for her school. In 2nd position, Amelia Porter from Arthur Smith Primary. She amassed 16 points. And your champion under 7 girl, Lachey Clark Cumberbatch from Hillaby Turner's Hall. We're now on to the boys. In 3rd position with 12 points, Amani Ford, Deacons Primary. In 2nd position, from Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Raptors with 14 points, Giovanni Lucas Hemmings. And your champion under 7 boy from Welch's Primary with 23 points, Draco Stewart. We're going to go straight into the under 9 division, girls. In 3rd position with 20 points from Deacons Primary, Katori Airguard. In 2nd position from All Saints Primary with 21 points, Jazaria Barrow. And your champion under 9 girl from Welch's Primary, Tylisa Small, with 23 points. On to the boys' equivalent. Kairos Lord St. Hill Welch's Primary in third position with 22 points. From All Saints Primary, Kevon Roach with 24 points. And your champion boy from Gladiola, Reynold Weeks Raptors with 30 points, Nathaniel Whitaker. Under 11 division, girls and boys. We're going to start with the girls. In third position, Lauren Edwards, Hillaby Turner's Hall with 20 points. In second position, Denisha Hurdle of Gladiola, Reynold Weeks Raptors with 26 points. And your champion girl from All Saints Primary with 30 points, Amika Mangal. On to the boys. In third position, DeVico Stevenson of Welch's Primary is in third. He amassed 22 points. From St. Joseph Primary, Stefan Holder, he's second with 26 points. And your champion boy in the under 11 division, Jason Howell of Deacons Primary with 28 points. On to the big boys and the big girls. We're going to start with the girls. We have a tie for third. Both of these athletes represent Gladiola Reynold Weeks Raptors, and both of them scored 18 points for their schools. These are none other than Akira Applewhite and Arjana Bryan. In second position, from Arthur Smith Primary with 20 points, Janae Belgrave. And your champion under 13 girl is none other than Najeda Phillips of All Saints Primary. On to the boys. With 21 points from Arthur Smith Primary, Rashay Payne. In second position with 26 points from All Saints Primary, Amar Curtin Phillips. And your champion under 13 boy amassing 28 points for his school, Natari Levine of Hillaby Turner's Hall. We're now on to the Victor and Victrix Ludorums. In third position, from Gladiola Reynold Weeks Raptors, amassing 26 points for her school, Denisha Hurdle. We have a tie for first. Both of these athletes represent All Saints Primary. Both of them amassed 30 points for their schools. These athletes are none other than Najeda Phillips and Amika Magnal. We're now on to the boys. We have a tie for second. Both of these athletes would have amassed 28 points for their respective schools. These athletes are Jay Sean Howell of Deacons Primary and Natari Levine of Hillaby Turners Hall. Your Victor Ludorum. For the Pediashore Anton Norris Zone is none other than Nathaniel Whitaker of Gladiola Reynold Weeks Primary. Thank you, Ms. Cumberbatch. We're now going to ask Mr. Anton Norris, our zone icon, to step forward to present the champion boys team and champion girls team. Here are your final points. We're going to start with the girls. In 9th position with 47 points, Cuthbert Moore. In 8th position, with 59 points, Welch's Primary. In 7th position, from St. Joseph Primary, 65 points. 68 points in 6th position is Grantley Prescott. In 5th position, with 118 points, Deacons Primary. In 4th position, with 130 points, Arthur Smith Primary. We're now on to the top 3. In 3rd position, with 176 points, Hillaby Turners Hall. In 2nd position, Gladiola Reynold Weeks Raptors with 178 points. And your champion school in the girls, the team from the north, All Saints Primary, with 278 points. The girls from All Saints, please come forward. We're now on to the boys. In 10th position with 26 points, Cuthbert Moore. In 9th position with 36 points, Erdeston Special School. In 8th position with 38.5 points, Grantley Prescott. In 7th position with 57 points, St. Joseph Primary. In 6th position with 115.5 points, Deacons Primary. In 5th position with 118 points, Welch's Primary. In fourth position, with 155 points, Arthur Smith Primary. We are now on to the top three. Hillaby Turner's Hall with 164 in third. In second position, with 175 points, Gladiona Reynolds Beats. And your champion boys, team from York with 117 points, All Saints Primary. All Saints boys, please come forward. This is an award that's relatively new to NAPSAC, and this is the athlete that made it against the odds. And this athlete, this award, this is for the zonal champions in the 400 meters and 800 meter events for the boys and girls. Your champion in the under 13 400 meter dash is none other than Rafney Lovell of St. George Primary, winning that event in 1 minute and 7 seconds. We're now on to the boys. Same division. Your champion in this event, none other than Natari Levine of Hillaby Turner's Hall, and he won in a final time of 1 minute and 3 seconds. We're on to the 800 meters. The winner of this event, again, none other than Rafney Lovell, St. George Primary, winning this event in 2.45 seconds. We now have the 800s. And again, no surprises here. Natari Levine, Hillaby Turners Hall, winning this event in 2.31 seconds. We're now on to the girls. Winning this event in 1.06 seconds. No surprises here as well. Kaya Warner Franklin, Trinity Academy. I think they're gone. And the last of these awards goes to Akira Applewaite of Gladiola Reynolds Weeks Primary. Reynolds Weeks is here, but she won her event in 1 minute, 0.12 seconds. Coaches, that brings us to the end of our medal ceremony. We thank you for attending the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman and Pediashore Anton Norris zones for NAPSAC 2024. My name is Philip Burke. I have been your master of ceremonies for this afternoon's presentation. Have a good evening. Get back to your respective schools safely, and God bless. Good evening all.